I just wanted to see if it was gonna be like, if you were tired too, I was not even gonna bother. But
I'm a living meme.
yes, I'm addicted. I'm addicted to little girls now.
Oh no!
Why can't I even see my score? I can't.
Can
You had
you?
19. You had 19K.
Was that like how was it? Oh, okay. Oh,
It was
wow.
like a 19,
Yeah,
19 and 700.
19724. Yeah. Wow. Y'all would have done better, obviously, but
I was on top right when I died, so I don't know. Maybe escape would have helped.
yeah, no, I'd say probably.
I fucked up my escape at the end there.
Uh,
I did like a weird loop, and I was running into walls and shit.
feels bad.
I'm addicted. I'm addicted to little girls now. Look what this game did to me. Made me a pedophile. No.
Sounds like the fucking Cookie Monster when he says
Yeah.
no.
What
I love
game?
like the fucking Black Ops 4 thing when the person had the voice clip that just said, "Oh my god," and it just sounded like a normal person on a shitty mic, and DSP's like, "Ah, he sounds like Cookie Monster." Ah!
Yeah, yeah.
And then he fucking spent the next 2 hours killing that joke by going, "Oh, Cookie Monster," every 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah, no, he kills anything that might be slightly funny. Like
Uh-huh.
the man
Including
has a.
relationships.
You're not wrong. Alright. You're gonna pick a fucking character.
I like how
You-
stupid it looks.
You wanna pick the fucking character.
I did pick. I'm ready already.
I know.
You ready up?
Your mom needs to ready up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, there he is. It's the guy with the thumb. I did find that in his Doom playthrough.
What's that mean? Guy with the thumb.
It was when you when you jump in the metal refinery, you fall in the lava. You give the little
Oh,
Terminator.
yeah.
thumbs
Oh
up,
yeah, okay.
And he's it's like Terminator. It's the guy with the thumb.
Just give them the
I think I
thumb.
posted it
How
a
come that's
long time ago in Elizabeth's sound bites, but I don't think.
Yeah, how
anybody-
come we don't have that as a sound clip? Every time he does the thumb to cat.
I could probably go back and find it.
I could probably find it in my files.
Twike.
Taika?
Thank you, KK.
The young.
Thank you, KKK.
Yeah,
the
you're
young
missing K.
Clad.
It's my clamily.
I'm addicted to little girls now. No.
Why
Yeah,
is he with his eyes
found out.
closed? Open your fucking eyes. Open your fucking eyes.
The irony.
I found
of
out that I can. I found out that I can fucking group Discord servers together in subfolders, and I got super hype.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to do that. Like.
Cause I got a
Right.
shitload of fucking servers.
Yeah.
Cause I have like one of my friends who like, oh, let's play a game. I'm like, sure. And then he invites me to like a new server every time I play. I'm like, motherfucker, these are all your servers. Why do you keep making new servers? He's like, well, the last one's dead. Then fucking kill it. Like,
Looks like we're all here. Nice.
for real.
Sorry, I
For
was
real.
talking to my roommate. I tried to show him where the demon, but
The what?
couldn't find it.
Oh,
The demon 6-inch centipede that was
Oh.
running around. my room.
Nice.
I'll take the hit.
Like a literal fucking hellscape monster.
He's coming.
Yeah, it's Leatherface.
You're triggering him by calling.
Gotta go.
No.
He's here.
Oh, I got hung
Oh,
up.
great. He's retarded.
Oh my god, how did he not hit you guys? That's
I don't know. Oh,
We're
Oh my
slippery, like the rat people.
oh.
I'm trying to play mind games with him by standing in like doorways and stuff in front of him.
Ow! Calling them guilds is autistic. Sorry.
Calling what guilds? Guild Wars?
No, the Minecraft said they're like groups. Discord also calls them guilds. He didn't like you calling them servers. Even though
Oh,
I
he
call
took it
it a
all the way to the
server.
basement? If I knew that, I would have tried to drop the pallet.
Wow, he's taunting me with his chainsaw like he's some big dick master.
Oh no, he's turning into a steak.
What? Bro, are you really okay? Just continue camping me.
Oh, he's
That's
gonna camp.
that's
Great.
fucking. That's
We're gonna
fine
have to
with
try
me,
to bait the.
No, just do your
I'm gonna
shits.
start bungling engines and forcing him to come up.
No, just get them done. Fuck it.
I was joking because I fucked up the first.
Okay.
bunk.
Say, don't do nothing stupid on my account.
I'm doing something
Is he
stupid.
really just standing near you with the chainsaw?
Yes,
That's
holding the
what Leatherfaces
chainsaw up
do.
the whole fucking time. Just revving the balls off of it. This is compelling gameplay right here. I hope he's a Twitch streamer. Don't, Dusty!
No, you
That's
can't
right.
stop me. You can't stop me.
Dusty! I will stop struggling.
But we have not begun struggling, Comrade General.
He literally doesn't give a fuck. That's fucking... The sped is strong with... Oh, there he goes.
Damn it!
Wow! Dusty with the big brain moves.
You know!
Oh, is he taking you to the
There was a
basement
Claudette
too?
here.
Yes,
She could
so
have.
he can camp better. Because of course.
All the better to camp you with,
don't worry about it.
Mademoiselle.
See, I'm gonna do my
You know,
4%.
the best part is
it's
my
gonna work
scaredy.
out.
My scaredy cat is triggering because of the fact that he's in the basement staring in my direction.
I'm gonna struggle for as long as possible just so he'll stay down here camping while they do shit. Oh, there I go.
Were you attempting escape?
She was.
Yeah.
Jesus, you're supposed to
What was
just
I
buy
gonna
time.
do? He's camping.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
wasn't
buy
gonna
time.
move.
Well, that's more time he's gonna spend camping and wasting his time.
Well, he left the basement actually.
Oh. Apparently he just wanted to camp me, specifically.
It's because you kept
You
evading him like the rat.
Rude.
He's coming for you.
I know.
Alright. I was just, making sure, you know.
Ah, Matthew,
Oh.
got it!
I
Renee
love-
Zellweger!
No, Miss
Oh, he's got
Zellweger.
anti-wiggle too?
Yeah.
This dude's an asshole.
You're not wrong. This little tyke
Doa
over
the
here.
Explorer is his name, by the way.
What?
Doa the Explorer.
Not autistic? Not in the least.
And he's gonna have to cloud that right now. You might as well do your 4%.
Nah.
Oh my god. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm pressing
Why is it?
X to doubt big time on that Minecraft. Fuck that guy. He's a fucking faggot. He deleted it.
No, I asked him about what happened to the Dave T comments. He's like, who's that?
Who?
Yusuke
Yusuke?
or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yusuke?
Yeah.
Okay?
He fucking in his stream sniping video, fucking Code Castiles. You saw he said LSB is a clown, and then everyone was jumping on Castile, and it turned into a bunch of autism.
Hmm.
And
I fucking
then-
bracketed down because I couldn't help anybody because of this guy.
Yeah, Iron
Oof.
Grass.
Oh yeah, I posted the sound clip by the way.
Oh, alright. Gotcha. But yeah, no, but then he deleted it because fucking Code was being too much of a sped. Go figure.
Code was trying to wrangle him.
Wait,
No,
he,
you mean
who
Yusuke was
deleted
trying
it
to
from where?
wrangle. Yusuke deleted it from his YouTube comments.
You could be a
Is it-
full-time stream sniper? How do you do that?
I don't fucking know.
That sounds really sad. I'm gonna bring some salt. That's extra creamy.
Creamy.
Creamy moisture.
No.
The GTA thumbnail, said by Sped.
Yeah, you know, I'm not very creative, okay?
Minecraft needs to make a GTA, a dev by Spedlight.
He probably has, and I forgot about it.
It's
Oh.
gonna be the
It's-
same. It's
whoever-
gonna be the GTA artwork, but with everyone having like famous Hollywood monsters' faces. Karma gets to be the black monster, Candyman. Yeah, I want Pinhead to be in this game. He's gonna just go around and just be like, you solved the puzzle box. I am the priest. Puzzle box.
But,
I like how in the first
oh,
movie,
fuck, air.
he's like an entirely reasonable entity, and in the second one he's even a good guy, and then in the third one he's just a like villain.
Oh, you said that was your last one, didn't you? Or
That one
are
was
you
really
gonna-
short.
Oh, okay, alright. Good on you.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck yeah!
I bought Blu-ray. I bought John Wick 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, but now I think I want to buy them in Ultra HD and just give the Blu-rays to my brother.
You used to sell them.
4K.
Nah.
Nah.
What, like, oh man, I can sell them to get like $2 on the DVD, or
Yeah, for the bills.
Nah.
I love how he refers to everything as DVDs, like whether it's a Blu-ray or not. Like, as a boomer as fuck.
I got Guardians 2 the other day, and it's funny because it comes with the 4K disc and the Blu-ray disc, and it was weird to see that combo pack because I'm used to the Blu-ray DVD combo packs.
Yeah, I was about to ask if they do that for some of them.
Yeah, for the 4Ks, what they'll do, and problem is John Wick is a fucking Lionsgate movie, but a lot of them they'll give you either the 4K and the Blu-ray or the Blu-ray and the DVD, and then they'll give you a digital copy.
Yeah.
So they give you like 3 copies of the movie in 3 separate formats. But Disney, with a lot of movie studios, they have Watch Anywhere, which is actually pretty fucking great. Especially if you can find the movies cheap. Watch Anywhere is great because you can punch in the code on the website, and it links to like your iTunes, your Amazon, your Vudu, and all these different sites, and they'll sync up your purchases across the different platforms.
Yeah.
But
Oh fuck yeah! I got a good
it
offering.
sucks because the only thing that sucks about it. Actually, there isn't anything that sucks
Oh
about it
fuck!
because
I didn't give a chance to.
me making an account, they gave me like 5 movies for doing so. Some of them were good, actually. Like,
And what
2 of them
account
were
did you
good.
save?
Huh?
What account did you say it was?
Movies Watch Anywhere or
Uh,
Movies Anywhere, something like that. It used to be called Disney Anywhere, but they realized okay, it's bigger than Disney, so they called it Movies Anywhere.
huh. And just rando signing up, you can get free movies out of it, or
If you sign up and you link it to like, I think it's like you link it to 2 accounts, they'll give you some. If you link it to like more, they'll give you a little bit more.
okay.
But I linked it to like my iTunes and my Prime Video, and after that, it's like it syncs up movie purchases. So like, they gave me like I don't know a few movies, and it's like all the Marvel movies and stuff get shared, and
I have to look into that.
it's handy for like digital libraries.
Yeah.
Only problem is, as much as I like the whole getting the iTunes version because you can download an actual file, you get a fucking DRM'd file, which is practically worthless. Because I want to put it on a Plex server, and so I'd have to get an app to decode the DRM, and it's just easier to get on a VPN and pirate it.
Yeah. Although I think that DRM is pretty easy to strip off. Like I think I used
The
to
problem
have...
is that it takes longer to strip the DRM than it is to watch the movie.
Uh, I'd
But
only
like
done it
nowadays on
songs,
pirate
so...
sites, you can get like 4K movies that are like 2 gigs big thanks to like WebM codecs and stuff.
Oh, shoutouts.
Killer's near me.
I was gonna offer a fucking birthday cake that would have gave us
It's
100.
the dude with the hammer and chainsaw who's not Leatherface.
Hillbilly.
That's awfully rude.
Yeah, that's very insensitive to our culture.
Oh. What's my culture?
He's got like, I don't know, like a wooden face going on. I'll call him Woody Face.
Woody's gamer tag?
Brian's little Woody.
Oh no.
Yeah, the funny thing about the whole Bill's excuse is that on paper you're like, okay, it sounds reasonable, like basic living expenses. But he then considers everything a bill.
Yeah. Any expenditure is a bill, obviously. Come
I
on.
think Ski was talking about doing a watch together for the work print Wolverine movie.
For the...
But it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
games are a work expense.
Oh my
Me going
God.
out with Kat is a business expense.
I don't know how we do that, but it would be interesting.
If we can find it on YouTube, we could probably put it up on a watch together.
Oh, there's no fucking way it's on YouTube. They would have.
There are plenty of fucking movies. There are plenty of movies on YouTube. I know.
But
like-
like the actual work print, I'm pretty sure they'd be pissed off about that. Unless it's like a literal like one view like upload from recently.
That tends to be a lot of the case. Like, you'll get like dozens of those, like, it's a screenshot of the movie, then you watch it, and it's a 2-hour-long screenshot telling you to go to this link to watch it. But you might get lucky and actually find the movie proper.
I mean, I have the file. I don't know if there's a way we could do something like.
Can you watch it through Google Drive or something? Or...
Yeah, I don't know.
Stream it through Discord.
I mean...
Ah, fuck, I tried.
What?
Maybe.
I don't know what their shit's like for copyright.
It wasn't a big file. It was like I think only DVD quality. At least the copy that I have.
Whoever just got...
I don't think that they would have rendered it at a higher...
He's going towards the two people on the gen.
Yep, we got it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm coming towards you.
Thank ya.
I get you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you kindly.
Defended your udder, my lady.
Hey.
I think I'm running towards Dave, so sorry in advance.
Yeah, you could do that. Minecraft said upload it to
weaving
YouTube
and
channel
bobbing.
private and then watch it immediately and then delete it.
This guy actually is like doing the chainsaw thing.
Yeah, he is, and it's nice.
It's making the game fun for me.
Oh.
Because
It's
the
like
hunt
there's
is
a
on.
reason to be a hillbilly.
Oh,
he
what?
rage quit.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Little bitch! He
He didn't
rage
like
Why?
chasing me.
Why even? What
Because
the
he spent the last minute and a half chasing me and not hitting me.
Ronald Reagan.
Reagan? Reaganomics?
Little bitch.
Trickle down economy.
Yeah, Rickle down.
It's always great when you can make a killer rage quit.
Oh.
Just
Well,
not
okay,
even being
this is like- this
toxic. Just being
I was
better
trying to
than a
play the
killer,
game.
or just doing what you're supposed to do in the
Okay,
game.
but the thing is, looking at his shit, he might actually have just started playing the game.
Yeah, but still, that's pathetic.
Yeah.
Like, you get points, whether you win or lose.
Yeah, and you need the points
There's
to
no
progress.
reason why you should quit. You get points. Like, he probably would have got an okay amount of points.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. Okay, let me... Are you gonna...
I'll do one more.
That's-
I want to get one good one in.
I'm
But,
going to...
the dais is very not Volt right now.
I'm going to offer an escape cake, which grants 100% bonus blood points in all categories. I'm not sure if that's for
Wow.
everyone or
Escape
not.
cake? No, that's for you. But hang on. Do I have anything to help with that? Hmm.
What is the dark mist?
You know the mist in the game.
Oh,
So it's just it'll either darken up the mist or lighten it.
okay. So if you thicken it, is that to make it harder for the killer to see or something? Or
Can be. It can also just make it harder for you
okay,
and
sounds
benefit the
perfect for
killer.
me to throw at them.
Mhm.
You know what does Claudette have? Okay, if you're gonna throw escape cake, I'll throw this up. A bound envelope.
What's that? Oh, is that the one that is all categories too?
Yeah, well, for you, the escape cake just affects you. The bound envelope affects everyone.
Oh, fuck.
So,
I thought you said you saved those for double events or something.
well, mostly blood party streamers I save up because those are huge.
Okay.
But I'll use
Huge.
this one. I also bring. Oh, hang on. Do I have a? No. Hmm.
Ash
went-
tool wares.
I
Yeah,
think that
I'll use
all people of a
this.
certain race
Do
are
I have
inferior and everyone else is superior, and they should be exterminated.
You know, I know you guys have been talking to me for the past 5 minutes, but you don't really interact with chat much, so go fuck yourselves. I'm leaving.
I was saying movie quotes. How dare you not respond to every quote?
I don't know. He was like, I don't know. He was fucking Roy Pimbling. That's what he was doing. He was just
Roy
fucking
Pimbling?
dumping text. He was
Yeah.
dumping text.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
no,
I
he
wasn't
really
interacting
was.
with that shit because like you're just saying things from movies. Like my
Yeah,
source would be
how are
like,
you supposed
yeah,
to
I saw
respond
that
to
too.
that?
I
Yeah,
saw that
oh,
movie. I
hey,
know the reference.
I know that quote. I know that reference. I
He just
get
did it
that.
over and over, like a lot. And so, okay, bro, like you're not spamming, but you are posting shit I don't really care about. So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna tell you to stop, but like I'm also not. I don't have to interact.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, Ski and Minecraft, well, Dusty too. I took the Discord link out of the description, but I put in a Nightbot command that's only triggered by mods that will give
Mods?
the Discord link. That's just !Discord. So I'm
Borderlands 3
very.
patch removes screaming from boss who screamed too much.
No.
Oh, I also changed the soundboard just a little bit. Haven't tested that one. Let me see. Where is it? Do 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 do. So yeah, okay, works for moderator. Nice. Do we have a goth thought?
Whoa. Telling me I could be playing that?
If you spent like $50 on DLC.
Yeah, you gotta buy
Uh,
some cosmetics.
Yeah, but Nia is what's her face? She's one of the free ones, isn't she?
Yes, he's free, but the
Yeah,
cosmetics.
you can take
are
her
not.
from like meth head to that.
Yeah,
From meth
you can
head to
actually make her attractive.
you can make her into a crackhead.
She actually looks like a chick.
Ooh.
Wait, did I not
yeah.
enable it?
Did you
Big
guys see that
offerings.
one of his controllers was had a broken button basically?
Oh no.
Well,
Yeah,
according
the
to
Genesis
him.
controller. Yeah, it's all based on what he thinks, and he's just
No. Honestly, I could from the like really shitty footage he showed, it did look like the button was sticking. Like where you push it in, and then like a second later or 2 seconds later, it comes up. Like the spring or the membrane or whatever the fuck is under it was like it was sticking
Yeah.
in the housing.
I have a feeling that he's honestly pushing the thing as hard as he can.
He
That makes
could be
sense.
pushing it to the
Regardless of whether
side
he
weird
did,
too.
like I don't
Yeah.
think you should be able to break it in 30 minutes like that. It did look like it was fucked up, but it also was funny
Yeah.
because
I mean, it is
he got it
DSP.
fucked up. But at the same time, when the fuck is he gonna use a second controller? So I guess
He's
it doesn't
not.
matter.
No, someone will gift him the 6-button controller so he can play Street Fighter: The Master Challenge.
Oh my god.
Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition: The Master Race Challenge.
Oh, shoutouts. I don't know why that didn't work. That feels bad.
killer?
I think I saw the killer.
I can't, I think I did too.
I think
By the
Dave
main
is.
house?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's the Gorgon.
oh,
Yeah,
the
it's
Gorgon.
the Demogorgon.
Oh, he baited me. He baited me. I can't die this soon. I put up a fucking cake. I need to eat it
Well,
too.
your cake is appreciated.
And it doesn't. Ah, he's fucking brick brain. Brick.
Rick brain. Fagoy.
Oh, that should be a
Fagoy.
command.
Go to audible.com/Fagoy for ebook.
With all the fucking like the people that they've got to do that service, I bet Fagoy probably is a.
I think
Hardcore.
Audible doesn't give a shit what you like say or whatever for their thing. I remember a video of someone talking
No,
about.
dude, they've been doing it for like literally like 20 years.
I'm just saying
it-
for the ad read thing, they don't have
Yeah,
any
I know. They
requirements for
probably
the
don't
ad read.
care. Like, hey, guys, check it out. It's Audible.
Yeah.
You know what it is. Go do the Audible thing. It's in the description.
Because it's
Type in the
probably
shit.
just a small one-time kickback. So
Yeah.
I know the company that has a really hard time with it is Blue Apron, because lots of
Oh,
people
yeah.
will sign up with the referral link and then immediately cancel.
He's going after me.
Yeah, because it's food and it's like more expensive. Yeah, that would make sense.
I'm gonna go try to get Dave.
No. I
I
don't
know
consent.
that. What was the guy that did the Blue Apron? It was like the first time I saw it, and I was like, really? What the fuck is that?
I know H3 did it like
I wonder every
for
day was the guy who- first time I saw Blue Apron.
There we go. Well, struggle. I didn't have my hand on the controller again. I got to it quickly though.
Oh my god.
Don't judge me.
I'm
Is
judging.
the Gorgon near you?
Not
He was last near me.
that I can see.
I'll be at you in a second.
He's got a burrow hole, but I don't think he's using it. He's like the VC.
Oh, my favorite Donkey Kong character.
Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, I'll trade places with you. If I must.
Oh, he's coming out of the
I
hole.
feel- I want
He's
to
coming out of the
escape
hole.
you.
Charlie is in the wire.
He's okay. No.
Well, that cake.
No!
Oh my god.
The escape cake. The escape cake.
I need the
Boomer!
cake. The
I'm coming.
cake is a lie.
No, Boomer, you're not gonna make it.
Oh,
The
fuck.
escape cake will be mine.
You're not gonna get it.
Sorry, Minecraft. I'll modify
You're not
the.
gonna get it. I'll get it.
I forgot to check the sound level for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was just really bad luck now, wasn't it?
Kind of, yes.
See, this is what happens when you put escape cake up sometimes.
Yeah, the killer's aware. They're like,
Alright.
oh, he's the one with the moisture.
Minecraft, let me know if this is better. Because that was 50%. So
He's going after the other person.
He's near me. Yeah, he's going towards me.
it wasn't in the red, so I'm guessing it was slightly, but oh wow, I got a whole 1,839 points.
He burrowed.
That's a well placed cake.
Yum yum.
I'm eating his
are you-
portal.
What the fuck?
I'm ripping the deep
Idiot.
guts out of it.
I didn't,
Alright,
Oh, I
that's
didn't know
him.
you could do that.
I didn't
I'm
know
coming towards
either.
you.
Nia, what are
Well,
you doing?
I
Get
just
the
went
fuck
to
up.
go. Oh shit!
All right,
Oh my god.
50% it is.
Nia, you had
Ah!
that opportunity to get me.
I was running behind him for a hot second.
Well,
Nia, you're gonna get grabbed off. Yep.
oh
fucking
my
idiot.
god. Well, oh, he's putting her
You
down.
were trying to be a big brain, but that didn't work out.
Oh my god.
The fucking Dave
It's
was
all
trying
gone
to shadow
wrong.
me.
We put up our best
down,
offerings and we're fucking choking.
He
Nia,
managed.
what was your goal?
Oh,
What was your
fuck.
goal, Nia?
Mine?
No,
No, Nia.
Nia. Or
I don't know. She thought that he was
The-
distracted.
Yeah, bye,
the
bitch.
Gothbot. You say goodnight.
What's up,
Hey,
Jonathan?
Ramirez?
Hello, Ramirez.
Oh,
Like,
Ramirez.
my goal was I'm gonna open up I'm gonna seal the portal. Hopefully, he's not gonna use that to be able to come back, and I'm gonna get you off the hook. But I guess doing that aggravated him, so he came back. So I was gonna try to give him a runabout, and Nia just had really shit timing.
Well,
That felt bad.
she
all
should have
around.
waited until he went away a little bit further.
Why did you get killed so quick? What the fuck?
He tried to
just
escape.
quit. Yeah, I
'Cause-
just tapped out because there was no one
Oh,
else. who
did
was
that
good
person
point.
literally
Oh.
disconnect?
Yeah, they
Yes, he
disconnected it when I got downed, even though.
Oh.
Cam people, what a sad life you must have.
Wow.
Wow, you know what? At least I'm not that guy.
They suck too. Eat a dick, Nia.
Don't suck me. Don't suck who? Selson Blue. That's who.
No, that's not true. Killers who can't doesn't always lose.
Considering a killer who camp just won.
Who could teleport too?
Yeah, no problem, Ramirez. Jonathan, thanks you for
What do you mean
coming
did the
out.
wrong turn?
Did the wrong... What?
what's the right gens?
Oh, I thought you said something completely different.
What did you
Oh,
think I
big
said?
ups. Thank you for the sub. I liked my meme number. It was the second time I hit it, but, you know, you gotta move on to other goals, like
Dave, I was
One more,
1488.
Boomer?
What?
One more?
Yeah,
Fuck
We're
yeah.
doing a lot of one mores.
that one was fucking short.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were catching the penne.
Indeed.
This one will be the last one.
Go,
But,
McFist, go.
Yeah, I was trying to plug the stream earlier or yesterday, I guess.
Oh, yeah?
I know that Dave was tagged when I made that post.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. When you're like, I
was
sing
that
that
was
all the
when-
time in my stream.
In Dave T's stream, yeah. I was
Yeah.
like everyone was like, oh, he's playing Sonic. He's gonna sing the Sonic song, and fucking Wild Tevin's stream is singing. I'm watching it and I'm singing along, and him and I have the song perfectly down. And then you have DSP
Thanks for
just
the
like,
like.
I am fucking Sonic.
So he's doing like I do,
He's just-
like where I just
He's just
sing little
super
bits.
scared. He's just super scared of like singing it on Twitch.
What do you play on?
Yeah,
PC?
do you
Yeah.
play on PC? Because we're all on PC.
Well, don't say
The
we're
culture?
all like you play the game. Come on, don't be.
I'm
Yes.
answering for the group. I'm in the fucking
Uh-huh.
voice. Shut your mouth.
You
Oh,
know,
we're going
you
to
could play the
Larry's.
game, but you're a gay boy, so.
The hospital.
See, we could have a
Sister.
fourth that's not Jim.
And I've got spikes on my dick.
Jim, I love Jim, but he is. Hey Jim, go this way. Okay, goes opposite direction.
Or doesn't.
Oh,
do it.
you
you
mean
do
this?
Doesn't do that and just fucking. Oh my god. Oh.
Like,
my
I
God.
know I was bad at first, but I feel like I was slightly better than that.
I love
Ever
him,
so
though.
slightly.
He's great.
No, he's great. I just we need to train the man up.
Yeah. You know what we should do? Well, I think he's gonna play the free version. I don't think he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna buy the game. But we should try playing the kill
Oh.
your friends mode.
It is
Yeah,
a free
no, that-
weekend, isn't it?
You don't
Or-
get blood points from it, but it can
Yeah,
give
but
us
it'll
some
be
practice.
entertaining.
Ski,
Yeah.
download the shit. Come on.
Plus, I wanna try playing
Killer's
the
right
Thriller.
behind me, and I
Yeah.
think that's the hag.
What
Yeah.
did you say? It was like a free weekend or something?
Yeah.
Oh God!
I
What the
didn't
hell? There was
think
a
about
second
that.
hag. I'm
Is
very
that before,
confused right
but-
now.
Yeah, cause the trap.
What'd
Okay.
you say, Ski?
I saw a hag running at me, and then the real hag appeared.
Isn't the weekend over though? Like, what?
Mm,
I'm very confused right now.
It's pretty Monday
Yeah.
where I is.
oh.
I
Fuck.
think it's
Why
like,
didn't I think
what
of it
was it, like-
sooner?
'Cause you're a
Like
sped.
fucking a couple
I'll
weeks
buy you the game ski.
ago.
Oh,
fucking
yeah, I
Deep
forgot
Rock
you
Galactic.
Yeah,
Deep Rock
no.
Galactic had a free weekend, and it was like over Saturday, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiots? That's not a free weekend. That's a free Thursday.
They're in Europe, obviously.
That doesn't even count.
I don't know.
Australian for that to maybe count.
Okay. But yeah, Ski, will you play it? Because one of us will buy it for you. I know that.
If you don't want to play the actual game, you can. We can do kill your friends mode. We don't get any points from it, but you can at least.
No, I'd just, if I played it, I'd like run around. At least, at the very least.
I think you'd do better than Jim.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, that's not
I'm
saying
kind of
much, though.
retarded.
Jim doesn't do anything, so
I love
something.
playing with Jim. It's incredibly entertaining, but it doesn't take much to do better than he does.
No, I mean Jim is hilarious. He's got
Yeah. He's got good comedy energy.
He acts out
yeah,
his death.
he does
too.
voice acting, and it's
Yeah.
fun to hear Jack Black being killed every time.
Wow,
Yeah.
special guest
Oh, you
Jablinski
not like blackjack?
Games.
Yeah, take it easy, Jonathan. Thanks for coming out.
Bye. Enjoy your school.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Do your homework.
No.
Yeah, stay
cool
in school,
kids
or you'll
don't.
end up like us, and
Eat your
that's
Weetabix, take your vitamins.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Oh.
I'm making money. I do whatever the fuck I
Ah! Oh my God! I got fucking double teamed by the
I
fucking.
can't. Oh, she's got blindness on. I can't see.
Oh
anyone.
my God! That was autism.
oh
Like.
shit! Holy shit!
Yes. Yes. You now see my
Bro.
struggle.
Yeah, when you
got,
get
like,
startled by
triple
the
teleported.
trap.
Yeah. No. Like I had all
Nope.
them bitches on
Dude,
me.
this
at once.
character is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm making sure that
It's the only one that genuinely scares
There's one
me at
by
times.
that door.
Dude,
Yeah.
you like I was genuinely. I
I
thought, okay,
accidentally
yeah, they
triggered
burned their
'cause I
teleport.
cared to
Okay,
them.
yeah, they can only do that twice. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I realized that the blindness was a thing. I knew your relative location, so I wanted to get you down.
Struggle's coming up quick for some reason.
Oh, it's not. You're good.
Yeah, you got time.
Okay, just seemed like it was progressing a little faster than usual, but maybe that's just me being a bitch.
That's the
Damn
red
it.
bush.
I'm actually completely sober, so maybe that's a lack
X
of
to
red
doubt.
bush. Haven't even had a beer.
Oh, hi!
It's Sunday.
I see her running
Come
out
on,
down the
I'm
hallway
a
towards-
good Catholic, obviously.
I'll be
What?
there in a second.
Dusty, what were you getting ready to say? Huh?
Nothing. No, just doubting.
Wow.
Shit.
What have I ever done to you?
That's the problem. You never done anything to me.
Rip.
I'm gonna go cry now.
She's close.
Go, I'll take the hit.
I don't know where she's at though.
She's right here. She's behind.
Fucking
Okay.
female Groot Ree.
how was the
Oh!
lunch?
Devour hope! Devour! Not good, not good, not good.
Oh,
She's gonna sit down people and
Okay.
oh, so
devour.
eventually she can kill us too. Eventually.
So I guess people will just like go around
Oh.
on streams and like try and find people to play with. I guess.
I
I.
guess so.
It's Twitch is the future.
They're trying to steal my clout, clearly.
I'm
What
surprised.
happens is you stream it, and then people go to your stream and say, "Hey, do you play multiplayer?" No, I
Oh.
don't want to be trolled. I don't know you. Please email me at
That kind is
dartsvidil@hotmail.com.
Well, I'm fucked.
Boomer, where are you?
I'm in the same
The,
hook you
the
were
little
on.
Groot chick is
Okay.
gonna fucking ravage me, so shoutouts.
Okay, Bart.
Who is this
fucking
supposed to be?
Stranger
Is this
Things
like a
girl.
meme character they made up, or is this
Yeah.
a thing?
Yeah, they based it off of someone's mom
I'm not gonna
from the
ask any questions.
Kickstarter.
Or what?
I genuinely can't tell if you're fucking with me.
There's a little Dorito there, so don't go in that direction.
As soon as I come off the fucking hook, it was just right there, man. It was all up in my face.
Oh my god, buddy, stop!
Oh my god. Oh.
I think you
Dave.
might die.
And you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you may ask, how did I get here? How did I get hooked?
I can
can't
pick
fucking
myself
Z-walk.
up by my
You can't do the
bootstraps.
Z-walk to evader.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
Oh my god.
Oh, hi!
Was that it? To get rid of Devout Hope?
Wow, you're about to get up? Actually, holy shit.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
don't
up.
think so. It's still on there. There's another hex totem somewhere.
You think I was memeing about dragging myself up by my bootstraps?
I thought that was just a Republican meme.
By my yeet straps.
Yes. When have you ever known me to be a Republican meme? Except for that other Republic.
The One Republic.
I was gonna say that. I couldn't think of the band name.
No, no,
I'm sorry,
no,
it's too late to apologize.
Not that Republic. That Republic.
Isn't One Republic a conservative news site?
I don't know.
Just been running around.
Wow.
By this fucking totem.
Oh, wow.
Is he
That's a
killing you?
glitch?
What?
Yeah, she threw the wall. She threw me through a wall and she's eating my meat.
Yeah. Okay, she's gonna start killing us now. This is not good.
Yeah, she walked
Well,
through a wall.
I've got a fleshlight, so we'll be fine.
No.
Shoutouts.
I'll get off. Or something.
Hmm.
Ah!
Yeah, pretty decent piece points.
Ah! I
Nope, bye,
shined you
Dave.
right in the fucking face hole, you whore.
You shall
See you
not
get eaten.
pass.
Oh, yeah, I'm through the wall too, so shoutouts.
Yeah, the animation is not good in this map.
So,
Ah! It's too graphic.
what is the light supposed to do?
It's supposed to
supposed to
blind
blind.
It's
them.
to blind her, but she's probably
When
just attacking for
when
the
it gets blind by
blindness.
the killer, the whole screen turns white and they can't see for like a second.
Yeah, but you're in a fucking corridor. Just go forward.
Plus,
Yeah.
if they're holding a survivor and you blind a killer, they'll let go of the survivor.
Oh, okay, that's actually useful.
Oh, that works.
But
Yeah.
blinding
Usually it's
someone in a
cupcake.
fucking corridor is like,
Yeah, you're
Why you
supposed to
didn't do
either
it?
blind it when the killer's.
and you had to, it
holding
looked like you had to
survivor.
stop, like it was
Like,
fucking
yeah.
tank controls.
They just not know how to blind.
I didn't say it was a good strap, but I found a fleshlight, okay? I had to try and use it.
Ooh, Roy
Well, you're in a
Blaze.
corridor. What are you gonna do? Turn and run away and just get stabbed in the back a couple
Roy
seconds?
Blaze.
Damn,
Oh,
Raven. GG. Got a lot of points.
Roy from the Friday the 13th movies.
Friday 13th series of films.
From the Friday the 13th series of films and games. Game.
Well, that's 2 games, but he's not in one of them.
Wait, what?
What?
Who's not in what?
He's the Roy. He's not in the first game.
Roy's our boy. He's in Super Smash Brothers though.
I watched part of it, MC.
Okay,
It was
I'm gonna try to
fucking
beeline
trash,
from-
that's what it was.
Oh, is he
Yeah,
asking
Just
about the?
explained really basic stuff about how like the Sega.
Yeah, he gets a lot
had-
of it.
No,
He gets so much of it wrong.
Yeah,
while,
no.
Like,
Oh,
thinking he's smart.
this volume control, I don't know why they had to have a volume control on the console when you could control it on your TV. Bro, the headphone jack, you fucking...
Yeah, there's a headphone jack and yeah. My favorite thing is there's text on the console that says high definition graphics, and he's like, "Oh, they must have added it because the mini console goes on HDMI." And
No.
God.
Kevin decided to go to eBay and find a listing of an original Sega Model 1 where it had high definition graphics written
Yeah,
on it.
no,
because
that was...
Oh, no.
That
they
was
were
a thing.
fucking proud of that back then. Like, hey, look at this shit compared to an E NES.
It wasn't fucking 720p or 1080p, but fucking...
It was like,
there
it
wasn't
was
a
an
standard
improvement.
back then.
Yeah. He did the Wikipedia thing of like, oh, this about this game. Like, what was it? He talked about Comic Zone. He said, wow, Comic Zone is like, super revolutionary because it paved the way for comic book games on the console. except for the fact that the game came at the end of the console's lifespan.
Oh, I loved how he was talking about the generations of box art. He's like, well, see,
Oh, yeah, the different style, yeah.
the first wave of games, it had the black border around the Genesis logo. And then the second wave, it didn't have the black border. And then it didn't have it at all. It's just like, oh my god, dude, why?
Wow, what a generational leap in
Sure.
ideas there.
I'll accept the friend request from this girl gamer with no games and 3 Steam friends.
What the fuck?
I got a random
Wow.
friend request from Space Babe Tay.
Ooh.
The grills like you.
It's because for one hot minute my Steam account was public and they saw that I have like 15k worth of video games, obviously.
Oh, I need to use that thing to see, like, what my shit is worth. I know it ain't no 15k, but...
Well, it's like 4 to 15. Like it's based on like
Yeah,
price
prices
range.
and
Yeah.
like.
Because a lot of
sales
my
and
games
stuff.
I got on like Indie Gala, so it's like, oh, I got
Yeah.
this $20 game in a pack.
Yeah,
of
I used to
5
do
games
Indie
for
Gala
$12.
shit all the time just to boost my account because I was.
Well,
being-
I didn't do it to
hard.
boost. I would get like the thing if like there turns out to be one game I was interested in the bundle, it was worth it.
Yeah.
It was just so easy to do that, like,
Yeah.
basically you did something with an email or some shit, and like every once in a while they just give you a code, and you could basically copy and paste it, and boom, you got a free game. So I was
Yeah.
like, in case any of these turn out to be good or interesting, boom.
Yeah, no, it happens. There's sometimes
So
where I play like
that's
an
why
indie
you
game, I'm
have
like,
so
"Oh,
many
it's okay."
manga games.
They do have a lot of
mostly
manga
indie stuff.
bundles, but yeah.
What did you
But
say, Ski?
there's some really like really weird indie stuff that gets on those. Bundles.
Yeah. I mean, they gotta pad that out to have just give away a free game all the time. They're not gonna be like, oh hey, GTA 6, here you go.
Yeah, it was like a couple years ago. I managed to get like almost all of Telltale's games at like a fire sale price. This was before they went out of business. Just because
Yeah.
they were
Nice. I
doing
did
like
the
a
same
Telltale
thing with
sale.
THQ when they did go out of business. It was like
Yeah, they did
23
the- yeah.
really high quality games for like $25. It was insane.
Yeah.
And I bought
I think
another
I may
pack,
have
and I
got
gave that to my sister's boyfriend at the time, who pretty much never used it.
Your
'cause-
sister and your brother.
But I wish I had bought that and just like left that in my inventory, because you can't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like the Humble store, I have a shitload of keys that I haven't used because I either have the game or don't care about the game. But I've been going through that still.
Ski, did you say you'd play the game or not?
I'm thinking about it. If I do, I'm not gonna have somebody buy me. I'll just buy it.
Wow, a man of principles. You're
Ooh.
not gonna ask Boober to buy
Well,
you
here's
Borderlands
the thing,
3?
I don't like just taking somebody's money like that and playing it and being like, yeah, this is gay. I don't want to do.
Oh,
this
you
anymore."
mean the Ducky Strand?
Yeah, like
Wait,
I don't
when
want
did
to. I don't
Ducky
want to
do
do that.
that?
Have somebody drop $20 and be like, yeah, this was gay. I spent like 20 minutes on this.
Well-
Sorry, rip $20. If I don't like it, I want to be able to just be like, nah.
Yeah, no, I feel it. But yeah, no, I bought Ducky Friday the 13th, and he played for like...
Hey, he played it that one time, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he like not even
And he
really...
was like, "Wow, Jason can teleport."
He did later say that he felt bad, but not enough to play anymore.
Yeah, no, and he didn't really try. He was just like bumbling around, like not listening to what we were telling him. So
I
Yeah.
bought a copy for Ava, who I don't think played with us. ever.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. I was kind of butthurt about that too, tbh.
It's whatever.
Oh, are
I
you
gave
done?
Oh.
it was worse than when I gave that fucking DLC of Rocket League to that guy who turned out to be a massive chud and
Yeah, rip.
Yeah, but
then
you
like was like
surprised him?
instead of like I knew something was up the second he was like, "Man, I can't believe that they won't ban guns, but they're trying to ban vapes," and I'm like, "Oh no."
Yeah, no, that was really fucking retarded.
Like I'm for like certain levels of gun control, but I really think like you have to sit down and really reason this. Like I don't think it's just as simple as we're gonna take your guns
I don't
away.
want to get into this conversation because I have strong feelings about it, but at the end of the day, gun control is so incredibly difficult because you can't ban information or metal, and it's so easy to manufacture a firearm.
No, I mean that's
Like-
true too.
The most, aside from a slam fire, like super basic pipe shotgun, the
Submachine
simplest
gun.
gun you can make is a 9mm full auto submachine gun. It's actually, that is the simplest, that requires the least amount of skill, tools, know-how. You can do it even without like any electric tools.
Yeah.
You don't even need a fucking drill to do that. There are actual guides online, and they're very easy. And you can check out a 10-minute video to see one that was created by the guy who literally wrote the book on how to make them.
Yeah, I mean, no,
So-
you can pretty easily.
I'm not saying that
make,
that's
like, lots of
reasonable that the
dangerous
average
weapons.
person's gonna go make one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you did want to cause mayhem, it's so unimaginably easy. I mean, fucking Anfo's like diesel and nitrate heavy fertilizer, like,
Ammonium nitrate.
yeah, it's
Oh.
it's so fucking easy to hurt people significantly that, like, I understand the argument for, like, yeah, but if you make it more difficult, yeah, but then you're eroding rights that never come back. They go away, and
Yeah, no, I'm
never
I'm for protecting rights. It's just the fact. Yeah, again, like I said, it's complicated enough, and the other thing is that it's ingrained in the nation's culture. Like,
yeah, that as well. It's a
Yeah.
very, very
It's-
strong cultural thing.
It's like I said
And-
before. We've never. I think I said it during the podcast that we're not ever letting anyone know. It was pretty much there.
Ye-
There hasn't been the precedent yet of doing any form of real major amending to a amendment from the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
So the thing is that we don't know really how to do that and what the extent of it is, because you have constitutionalists who will defend it endlessly, and like for the most part, like, people will admit, hey, the founding fathers might not be fully right, but then the extent is, well, where else were they wrong? And that could potentially lead to
Yeah, the
very
the
slippery slope.
cascade of that is potentially very scary and dangerous.
yeah.
I wouldn't want. I mean, it's
'Cause-
literally right up there with free speech. It's literally number fucking 2. So it's like,
Yeah.
when you
And-
attack that, it becomes like, man, what really do we hold sacred? What do
But
we
that
consider
had to do
important?
with the fact that simultaneously the U.S. had a very shaky relationship with the U.K. and the natives,
Yeah, that as well.
and the slave ownership thing. But they had it because the other thing was, when they started the U.S., they were like, hey, let's not form an army. We're gonna have militias at first, and for a while they didn't have an army until a couple years later.
Well,
Yeah.
even then, the real standing army wasn't really a thing until. I'm having a brain fart.
I think I know who you're talking about. Starts with a B.
Boxer Revolution.
No, that is way later.
Yeah. Fuck, I can't remember either.
Yeah. But. Oh, Boomer, you're done, right?
Yeah.
Would you mind backing out of the party?
I already quit the game.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Why
that's
did you
great
say in
game.
the party.
Yeah, I just realized that. No, I've been gone. I've been looking at,
Oh.
like, my Steam library.
I guess leave the party.
Yeah.
Thief.
I was like, wow, you tried to hold us up, guy? Like, come on.
But again, it's like I'm not gonna begrudge somebody for being heavily pro or against it. Like, it's just, I feel like it's kind of a mess.
Oh, it absolutely is a mess, because I can see from both sides, but at the same
Yeah.
time, when you try and take my shit or restrict shit that I can have, it's like,
Yeah.
I think the rules are already pretty restrictive. I agree that if
And
you
really
could make it
retarded
such that
arbitrary
Look, I don't want
ways.
anyone's
It-
shit to get taken away. But
So it's like the
it's not gonna
statistics
solve
are.
the issue, but something needs to be done on some kind of control until we can get down to the deeper issue.
Yeah, I mean, the thing
Honestly,
is that
it's not
the
just the
argument.
guns. It's
the
a
argument-
huge issue with mental stability, mental illnesses.
Yeah,
well, you find pretty
parenting.
much every major shooting that happens, you find gun dealers that had already reported that and wouldn't sell them the gun, so they went and got it elsewhere. And they reported that to either the FBI or the sheriff's office or whatever,
And they
and they did
jack
nothing with
dick.
the report.
Yeah.
So you already have people trying to do the work of the police or the federal agencies for them, and that's
Yeah.
not getting kicked
Oh.
up the chain quick enough.
Mhm.
So
No, it's
and then when you extend that and say, let's say you make every gun purchase, no matter how trivial, like me and Dave want to sell each other a gun, two private citizens selling private property. If you make it such that we have to do background checks, you're putting the onus on us to verify
Muja.
basically the government's position, to do their work for them. So it needs to be very fucking easy and cost no money. It needs
That's
to
the
be
thing, that's the thing,
trivial
even
to
dealing-
check his
even-
background if I'm gonna sell him a gun, and I have to do that.
It's annoying to give a car to somebody because you have to do all the deed transfers
But
and
like,
all that
yeah,
stuff
what do
too.
you? How do
And
you
have
do
to do
that?
more
So,
on top of that on a thing that costs substantially less. So it feels like a huge inconvenience.
so Dave wants to buy a gun from me, or I want to buy a gun from him, and
Mhm.
then I go to sell it to him, and he fails the background check. Like, I'm supposed to then deal with that? Like, that's such a shitty position to put people under. Like, now
mean,
I've got this
honestly-
dude that's pissed off with me, and I have a gun, and he wants it. Like, I don't want to deal with that.
So I feel like the fix to that is the fact that instead of requiring a background check, make the person liable for what happens to the person who uses the gun.
My
I know that
gas,
sounds
gas,
like
gas
a little
was
crazy,
appropriate.
but it's like
Yeah, that
I-
seems absurd, honestly.
it seems a
Yeah,
little
but
absurd. But for
online
example,
is
if you
too,
like,
by the-
if I don't know, I don't know the solution to that problem, which is why I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not for any
Another
kind of
furry in there.
initial
Like,
regulation.
Like, if that were to happen, and of course you're just kind of shooting from the hip, thinking about an idea. I'm not really holding you to
yeah,
that.
it literally
If
is just something I came
If
up
you
with on
were
the
to
spot.
do that, let's say I sell Dave a gun, and something bad happens to him, and he becomes suicidal, and he hurts someone. That was a thing I had absolutely no control over,
Yeah.
and I could not have verified that. So suddenly I become liable for that. It's situations like that where I see it being a very serious problem. So I can't imagine that being a very effective fix.
No, I felt like for that situation, you'd have to have like a term limit or something. Like you can't. It's like, okay, this person seems kind of weird. I'm not gonna sell him the gun, but if you sell it to the gun, he does something within a certain number of time. There could be. But again, that I don't think that that's
There's
realistic.
also have to be precedent for that. Like you'd have to be
Yeah.
the same for like selling a car or something else that's dangerous,
Yeah.
heavy machinery or
Oh, Mendigo, on me, on me.
I
Yeah,
guess
no,
like
no,
a lot of
it's-
fertilizer or like debt cord. The same for all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck,
no, I completely
Premature.
agree. The thing is, though, is that like I've seen the argument about Did they say that the number of gun owners is what 30% or something like that?
It's very high. I mean,
That's
it's
like when people say that, they try to downplay it and say that less than half the people. So, like it's like 30% of the people own 90% of the guns, and I'm like, that's actually a pretty sizable percentage. Like that's about
yeah,
as
that's
many
a
people
very
who
large
vote.
percentage.
Oh,
You've
That's
got a
like
lot of
as-
fucking old ladies with like, 38s in their dresser drawer because their fucking husband isn't around or whatever. Like you got that's a
Mhm.
lot of fucking people. When you consider that the UK's like 66 million, that's a lot of fucking people with guns, man.
Yeah, no,
And
I mean,
yeah,
when you
people
look
that are
at on
interested in a
paper-
hobby are gonna have more of that thing. Like yeah,
Yeah.
that follows. I have more computers than the average person, so I'm
Yeah.
a computer building autist.
Yeah, I have like 3 computers that I stole from my office lying. apart.
Well, okay, I don't quite have that. I
Shells.
got my laptop, my main computer, and an i7 920. But
Yeah.
like, it fucking follows that people
But-
interested in tech are gonna have more tech. People interested.
But my point with the 30% is the fact that there's plenty of other things that have 30%. You could make the argument, only like however many percent of people, less than the majority, clearly are the people who vote in the U.S. So why should we even be allowed to vote?
Well,
I don't
and
know.
other
You could- you
issues
could
too.
make that
with-
argument
you could make that
complete-
argument for fast cars. Like,
Yeah.
we have speed limits for a reason. Why do we even have cars that go over 100? You don't need to go over 100 on a road.
Yeah.
But we value the freedom of
Mhm.
the ability to do that, or the ability to go to the track, or the
Yeah,
ability to have a nice car that we like.
Like, if
that
the
innate
question,
freedom
the
is
question
important
becomes
to us.
also, cars are a certain percent, or cars cause pretty much the most fatality in the U.S. And once
But
self-driving,
I mean,
cars
they're
become a
also at the
thing-
same time the thing we interact with the most that's the
Yeah.
most dangerous. So
Yeah, I mean,
it
it's like
also
why the
follows from
why
that,
the
but
bathroom. is the
even
most
then,
dangerous
you have
room in the
people
house.
that just are colossally retarded driving vehicles, like old
But then-
ladies fucking croning over their wheels type
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
And it just, at a certain point, how do you even manage? Like, I don't have
But
any
it's like the
solutions.
question then becomes, therefore, if self-driving cars become more realistic, Are they
yeah.
going to mandate it as
That's
a requirement?
that's another big question. Does it become harder to drive a vehicle then if it's so much safer to have a vehicle that drives for you? And I could see that coming up, and I see people in the same way I fight the gun stuff. People are gonna fight that because they like the freedom, the
Yeah.
choice, even if they don't personally want to drive. They like the idea of being able to drive.
Yeah,
They
well,
want that
I
option.
like there's a lot of times when driving is a lot of fun, like here backwoods driving where you don't typically have cops, you're able to get a little bit of speed.
Oh yeah,
going
that's a
and
lot of
stuff.
fun. And Dave knows
Curvy
some personal
road.
stuff about me that makes a little more sense than you, but I don't like to
Wow.
drive at all. But I like the ability to drive. I like having a
Yeah.
license and being able to go get in my truck and just fucking go somewhere. I have that ability to do that. I don't have to plug it into fucking Google and ask Google to do that for me, even though I probably would do that all of the time.
Yeah.
I like the ability, the choice I have to do that.
The distinction for cars is that there is legal precedent for requiring certain devices be mandated on cars for the benefit of safety in the case of seatbelts, which I completely understand. Self-driving cameras is a requirement on all new car, or not self-driving,
Backup.
rear backup
Yeah.
cameras is a requirement on new cars and stuff. So it makes sense. Oh, once it becomes cost effective, they probably will mandate that autopilot will be a thing, and then they'll probably be like, oh, it has to be on all the time.
Or you have to have a good reason, or a more extensive driving test that proves you either have the ability to or have a reason to be able to do that or whatever. Yeah, I could see that.
And the thing is, though, with self-driving cars, I'd be fine with it being more prolific because I'd be fine with.
Oh yeah, I
like,
don't
old
fucking
Dave-
trust half the
I don't-
people on the road right now.
Yeah.
Go
I
to a
don't drive
fucking
while I'm
parking
texting
lot.
because I basically physically can't do that with the way I drive it. I can't explain it now, and I don't want to do that on stream anyway.
It's fine.
But
It's the thing is that I would much rather, like, for all the old ladies I've seen in parking lots and like at four-way stops, fucking put them in a self-driving car. I don't want them to be like a thing.
by the door.
I think most people would take
Yeah.
that the easier path,
Mhm.
just because
By
it's
open
more it would be
door.
more convenient, and you'd get less congestion doing that anyway because you'd have cars being able to zipper on the freeway and stuff. Like it'd be better in a lot of ways, but having the freedom, it's gonna take a lot of effort just to take that away from people. No matter how simple and easy they make self-driving or whatever. In the same way that
Shoutouts.
firearms are just gonna stick around for a very long time here.
Well,
There's
the thing
there's
about
always
that,
gonna be self-sufficiency. There's always gonna be an issue of protecting yourself. There's always gonna be the sportsman aspect of it. I mean, it's literally an Olympic event.
yeah, no. It's ironic though for that event, alcohol is a controlled substance for that event.
Wow.
No, because a very
Yeah.
small amount of alcohol actually hits the part of your brain that helps you keep aim steady and stuff.
Huh? Interesting.
Yeah,
Didn't know
from
that.
what I understand, it's actually like they'll check you for alcohol before the event.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, it
But
kinda makes
it's a
sense.
small amount. It's not like
Yeah,
get-
no. Yeah, there's a small window for that, I imagine, but
Yeah,
um,
but it's
yeah, no, same thing. It's an issue of control, and with cars also, it's quite a bit different because
I think
there's
the
such a
average
prevalence
age
of cars.
average age of cars is also 15 years. So even if it takes effect, it'll take 15 years for it to truly kick in anyway.
Oh yeah, even if they really push that hard. I mean,
So the problem is you can't really enforce it until a long time from then, or you have to do like a buyback or force people to give up their older cars.
yeah, they'd have to do like a cash for clunkers kind of thing again.
And I don't
which
know how
would-
I don't know how Cash for Clunkers went because I mean, of course, a lot
I know
of
it
people
fucked up the market for a while on
Oh,
used
and
cars.
it killed a lot of like decent cars too. Like
Yeah, I remember it being in a lot of ways kind of a fuck up, but if it was from a more like safety perspective, like I'm all for new technology that genuinely seems like a good improvement. It just has to be proven.
Well, I
and
think
it has to be convenient.
I think Cash for Clunkers was partially a response to the gas prices at the time.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely was. It was directly a response to that. But we were discussing it obviously with regard to freedom and restriction. And
Yeah,
you
and
know,
that one
dangerous objects.
that one wasn't a mandatory buyback though. It was just a heavily encouraged.
Yeah.
And it did affect the consumer market.
Yeah, no, it did dramatically, to my knowledge.
It's like after Beto complained about the AR-15s, they just said, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna not make AR-15s anymore because they're not selling enough anyway.
Oh, yeah, I
Don't get
know
me
Colt
started
did
on
that.
Colt.
Yeah, Colt did that because they're like, hey, we're not selling enough of these anymore because everybody bought them all.
Well, because there's a shitload of other companies.
Yeah,
they're
no,
kind of
and
like the
Colt is
Nintendo of the
just
guns market. They
Yeah.
just rely on the old shit that they made without actually innovating.
yeah, no,
Yeah, no, I know,
they've
I
been
know, I
trying
know
to
it's,
die
you know,
anyway. Like
Yeah,
probably
Colt's
should.
been. People are really grumbling over. It's like watching an old football team you liked just continue to stab itself in the neck.
Yeah.
Mhm. Now they're going for the lucrative military contracts, is what they
Which
said,
they've
right?
been doing well with, but not so much anymore. I don't anticipate that.
I mean,
Continuing
I
to-
don't ever feel like it's good business to shut yourself out from a market.
Oh yeah, no, it's really,
Yes.
really retarded, especially when you're not only successful but flourishing.
Because what was it? I think part of the problem with what was happening with GM, which caused the strikes, was GM saw a downturn in their sedan sales. So they just said, fine, we're shutting down sedan production in a lot of places.
Yeah, you're secluding your market, like you're putting your eggs in smaller amounts of baskets, and
Yeah.
that's
But-
a failure of imagination, in my opinion.
Well, it's also them
GM's
trying to do
pretty
it
big
rapidly.
brain.
It's affecting their scale. Yeah, it's affecting their production of scale, and that's why it's fucking over employees, which is why they're getting upset, which is perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, yeah. The
The thing
employees
is,
are
in the
always gonna be
US,
pissed off
yeah.
about losing jobs. It's pretty
Yeah.
fucking reasonable.
The thing about the U.S. is sedans are pretty much subsidized by the sales of crossovers, trucks, and SUVs.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Those end up being more expensive. In turn, it helps make like the sedans and economy cars a lot
Fuck!
cheaper.
Already on me. God damn it. It's
Send
Trapper.
on every present.
Have you I'm just curious, Boomer, have you seen the improvised firearm video on Forgotten Weapons? It's
Oh,
a pretty
fuck.
interesting look. If
No,
you're
but I'll
interested in-
go look it up.
It's okay. Let me.
Oh,
I
Trapper.
happen to remember
Oh,
the
with
title.
that-
It's
that guy-
PA Ludi.
Yeah. Well, there
Let
was
me
another
find it real
one
quick.
where
I'll
he
grab the link.
interviewed the
Forgotten
guy about different improvised weapons.
Weapons PA Ludi. All right, I'm just gonna post the link in weapon autism, if
Mhm.
you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah. I actually already have
It-
that open for that purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. It's he made that, and the instructions for this are on the internet, and they have been for
Mhm.
a time. He published a book on it, literally writing the book. He goes through the story of it, but you can see, and if you know about firearms, or if you're actually curious about why he did
Mhm.
certain features, I can explain it to you. Potentially in a future time, but yeah, that it looks complicated and it looks big and chunky, but when you consider that this is the book, literally, I've looked into the book. It's not really a book, it's just instructions, as in, you need these tools, start doing this, you'll need this amount of pipe, this amount of metal,
Yeah.
print this out that's this size, and drill where I told you to drill, cut where I told you to cut. Like, he did all the fucking work for you.
Please,
Yeah.
no,
Various
doggo.
Now,
what
yeah,
are
oh
you
yeah,
gonna do when
obviously,
you do this?
disclaimer, if you do this, you are committing a federal crime and it's dangerous, and
Yeah.
if you do this, you're fucking retarded. But the point
Yeah, I mean
is,
that was the whole like the whole,
hypothetically,
like,
and I'm not saying this is like a wink wink nudge nudge,
Mhm.
literally telling anyone watching this later, don't do this, you're retarded if you do this. Hypothetically though,
yeah, no,
the idea of this is very interesting. The fact that you can't ban information and metal. In the same way that, like, when that Wolverine work print escaped, you can't take that back. It's on
Yeah,
the
no.
internet and you're done.
it's like fuck. It was like when 3D printers came out, like everybody was trying to fearmonger about it and try to regulate it, saying, "Oh, people can 3D print entire firearms out of a 3D printer."
Yeah, yeah.
And they're all
Uh,
plastic, so
sorry,
they can walk through.
The box is open. Pandora's box, you're fucked, bro.
But the thing is-
there's-
but the
you
thing
still
is
have
that
a
the
nail
reality
for a
is
fucking
that-
firing pin. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't have a plastic firing pin, so...
But the other thing is that a lot of those, at least in the early 3D printers that came out, were incredibly unstable anyway. So the person who's going to make it runs the risk of injuring themselves more than whatever they're going to be able to pull off.
Oh, yeah.
Now there's
no.
fucking open source printers and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
it's so, the information expands so dramatically, so quickly. It's truly fascinating in a scary but interesting way.
Well, it's like I know that with the Oklahoma City bombings, they were trying to they successfully did it, but they regulate how much fertilizer
amounts,
people can
yeah,
buy and
yeah.
stuff. And like it's like for drugs and stuff, they measure how much certain medications you can buy. They
Go,
track
Don't
that with
go
your
to my right.
license and
There's a
so
trap.
forth. So it's like they're trying what they can, and it's just like I feel like it's the same. It's the same to that extent with firearms. I mean, they're not blocking private sales of NyQuil or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
you go to the store, you buy NyQuil, it's yours. If you want to sell it to somebody
Well-
else, they're not gonna get mad at you. Like, they can't stop you.
Or like Sudafed and meth. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless
they
you're
try
like
and control
knowingly
it
doing
somewhat,
it to someone
but-
who's a felon that is like they're saying, yeah, I'm totally gonna make drugs with this, and then if you sell it to that guy, you're
Actually, I mean, I think if you're private, I don't think you're legally allowed to sell like Sudafed to somebody, but you could, you know.
well, you
it's-
could give it to them, and I guess they could drop money.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with a straw purchase, which is where you buy a firearm for someone else with the intention of it never being yours.
Yeah.
But you can sell a gun, immediately not like it, and then sell it to someone else. So what's the difference? The difference is you admitting to a crime.
Yeah.
They cannot possibly know that unless you say otherwise.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the thing is that, for example, with the firearm, they can trace that back to you with like chemical like Sudafed. They really can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you give that
Well-
to some if you give that to somebody else, unless they point it back to you, like there's no trait, there's no like there's nothing in there that indicates like ownership or anything like that, like they do with guns or even printers, because they do that shit with after the Unabomber.
Well, I do have to point this out, and a lot of people are quick to throw out the gun show loophole. Gun show loophole, because you can sell a gun to a private citizen,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no record of that. So I know a lot of people are trying to close that, but it's one of those things where it's really iffy trying to have a state record of private citizens selling their own private property. There's some weird precedents that brings that's very strange, and I understand the pushback, but at the same time, I think it could prevent some things. You just have to do it very specifically. You'd really have to work with gun owners to not just fuck them over, which is why gun owners are so resistant to allowing their privileges to be taken away, is because we never get anything in return. No one ever gives us anything for actually giving up things. Like, the same thing with the bump stock. I don't even like bump stocks. I think bump stocks are retarded. I didn't want to give them up, though, because I'll never get that back. Ever.
Yeah.
If I ever think that that's cool, I will never get that back, and I'll never get anything for that. They're not going to give me SBRs. They're not going to give me silencers. They're not going to repeal the NFA. They're not going to do any of that. They won't give me anything.
One of the things that
So-
I've always said was I'd be all for like more stringent background checks if you repeal the NFA and let me own whatever the fuck I want. Like,
Absolutely.
with that background
even
check.
in really strict European countries, it's a lot easier to get silencers, because in a lot of countries, it's considered like basically safety equipment.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make them silent. It's not a actual
Yeah,
silence.
it just makes the noise less deafening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and in a lot of cases, it's barely hearing safe. Like, if you crack off a silencer on a rifle, people are gonna know a shot was fired. Maybe not exactly where it came from,
Oh fuck.
but it's not gonna be fucking quiet.
Yeah,
You know,
movies.
it's not a
movies
movie.
kind
You're not gonna
of, Yeah, movies
Yeah.
ruin the silencer pretty much.
Yeah, like, and well, you can, if you run it with a bullet
Subsonic.
that goes below the speed of sound, and you run it wet, so with a little bit of water or oil in it, it can be a lot quieter, but that shit burns off quick, because, you know, the propellant gases are hot as fuck, so.
Yeah.
But it can be pretty quiet, but you're always going to have at least the sound of the action cycle.
Oh my god.
Oh,
CC?
God,
Yeah.
how?
Which, I
What?
happen to have a firearm right
I
here.
don't
I
know.
will check it. It
You
is
put a trap by that
empty, so
pallet you were at, by the way, so don't go through it again.
it's always going to be at least that loud. That is as quiet as a gun can be that is semi-automatic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's no gun noise whatsoever. So yeah, the whole thing about the silencer scaremongering is just fucking retarded. I would love to be able to not damage my hearing while hunting. Because I usually don't wear hearing protection. Because I'm only
That's
firing
me.
one shot.
Yeah, well, they're gonna be like, oh, you should be wearing those super expensive earmuffs or whatever that
Oh
Fucking
yeah,
block out
Peltors.
I'd love to do that and have to fuck with batteries all the time. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did that guy see me though? Like, fucking for real.
Oh, hi,
I didn't know.
anime.
I was getting animated into my gun conversation. Love my guns.
No, it's fascinating because for me, like, I've never really.
Oh, I
like,
escaped!
There were moments where I was like, oh, I was thinking about getting a
You,
handgun.
you got your 4%?
It's enough of a deterrent that like they make me want to take classes and shit, and I understand why they want that, but it's like.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sure. No, I get it. But also at the same time,
it's like I
Oh,
can go
no.
get I need to take a class to own a handgun, but I don't need to take a class to own a rifle.
Which
Aw.
is objectively more effective for everything. Like,
yeah, no,
besides-
there's a
Aside from petty crime, because in petty crime.
well, yeah, because it's just concealable. But
Mm-hmm.
there's the famous saying, you protect yourself, you protect yourself, defend yourself with a pistol. You fight with a rifle, because a rifle's just above and beyond more effective in every way.
Oh, that.
Easier to
Oh.
use, more powerful, just in every way a better fighting
Mhm.
utensil.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a, well, not directly, but I was in a dangerous area, and pretty much it was substantially more common anyway for people to go at each other with knives because it's just cheaper and a hell of a lot quieter.
Like I'm okay.
Like
so
if you're getting mugged, someone's walking up to you with a knife. They're not walking up to you with.
Oh yeah. You crack off with a gun, people are gonna know all about that, and it's
Yeah,
You know,
if somebody walks out of an alley with a knife,
assuming
they're
they
either, like,
aren't
giving you
intimidated
money
by
or-
the just appearance of firearm, you might actually have to use it.
Yeah.
What makes the rifle more
right
effective than a
behind you.
handgun? Because
Oh,
it's more
fuck!
powerful, and you have more points of contact with your body. So with the pistol, you're only holding it with two hands. You have your shoulder, the cheek weld, in both hands connected to the rifle.
And
So it's
yeah,
a lot
just-
easier to aim. I'm answering mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's objectively easier to aim and easier to use, and follow-up shots are also a lot easier. Pistols just in general are a lot harder to use.
But the advantage for them is that when you're doing close range petty crime, it's
Well, yeah,
menacing to a lot of
obviously,
people.
yeah.
But it's like I said like a couple weeks ago, I'd rather take a bullet than take a knife wound.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
I believe
neither's great, but-
85% of, and take this with however much salt you
Yeah.
require, but 85% of handgun wounds that make it to the hospital survive. And there's also the famous saying of, it's like an
Yeah,
EMT
And
joke
that's
that
exactly you're saying exactly what you said last time. But yeah,
okay.
the person who won the knife fight is the one who died on the way to the hospital.
Yeah, and then the other guy died at the scene. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
sometimes I forget who I tell it to, but
No. It's still as
at least
valid
I'm
as it was
consistent.
then. Yeah.
Um,
No, I mean that's obviously because bullets do blunt damage while knives do piercing damage.
yeah. Well, and also sometimes you get through and throughs, and it just doesn't do a lot of like actual trauma to blood vessels.
if it's like oh, if I take something, I don't know, through the shoulder or something that just goes through like meat or something, then just stitch it up or whatever.
Yeah, you might
and-
disable like the shoulder, but at least you're mostly goodish. Like you could probably get away
like,
or get
if
somewhere.
if somebody cuts and like slices across an organ or cuts like
Oh
a
yeah, there's a
blood
lot of
vessel,
that
ugh.
slashing. That's just
Ugh.
surface area bleeding. That's just you're all sorts of fucked.
Yeah.
Blood vessel.
But no, Minecraft, the pistol, other than being compact, is not easier to actually use. Once you handle one and have it connect to your shoulder, you find that it's very easy to point. It points naturally, a
Yeah.
lot more naturally than a pistol, and it's actually in the same way that I noticed this and was surprised by this actually with the Sea and Arsenal shoot where they did the the mounted machine guns, because it's not actually connected to your shoulder. You just kind of have the gun floating out in space, and you have to adjust your eye to where the sight box is.
Yeah, there's more
It's-
room for error there.
You have to do that in the same way with a pistol as well. It's just kind of floating out there, whereas once
Be
it's
right
connected
back.
to your shoulder and your cheek, there's only so much that it can move actually. So you're almost already behind the sights anyway, just from the nature of holding it properly. And then you can get into things where you can do the sling wrap to the sling, and you can pull it into yourself, and there's other techniques for that. But
You've also got the fact that a lot of your off-the-shelf pistols are just firing like lower caliber or weaker, bullets versus what a rifle can do out of the like off the shelf.
well, it's more like a power to weight thing. Like pistols are very snappy, especially the small pistols people tend to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people will buy something like a little LCP, which I have, and it is a fucking bitch to shoot because it's so much power. It's relatively little power.
Yeah.
But when you consider that the gun weighs like 9.5 ounces, it's like nothing.
Shit, that's
There's
like the weight of my phone.
yeah, there's like no actual matter to contain that. It's going all into your arms.
Yeah.
The lock time is very small. The spring weight isn't very much. It doesn't have much draw.
I'm sorry, anime lover. I know that we're having gun chat, and you said hi
Yeah.
earlier, and you said hi again. I know that some others have said hi, but I want to say hi. I'm just somebody hanging around here. I was supposed to leave a while ago, but I got into chat. I am so sorry.
Yeah, we got into gun stuff, and I'm very opinionated. It just kind of is the way it is. Sorry, mate. I hope you're not super anti-gun, because you're gonna be just screaming at the screen. But yeah, no, I didn't mean to keep you either. But it's just kind of the
No,
way it
it's
is.
it's
I love me some
interesting. Yeah.
gats.
It's
Gotta defend my gats. Check
No,
out that
again,
video though.
that's the
It's
thing, yeah.
genuinely. I think it's very objective about
Mhm.
the issue, and you get to see how this dude made this. Well, at least the design of the firearm.
Yeah.
Oh, feels bad, man. Anime.
No,
love
it's
it.
alright. I mean, it's like I'm not like, I don't know. I can't say I don't like guns because I think that, like, for sport or for like going to a firing range or something like that, or going to like a little obstacle course, they're fun. But I don't like the idea of them I don't like the idea of them being used for crimes, but I don't like crime in general.
No,
Sure.
oh, I
Yeah.
hope not.
I'm averse to violence.
I don't. With a controversial opinion, I don't like crime.
I really, the ability to defend myself is very important to me, and the ability to protect the people that I care about, the people I live with, and for me,
Yeah.
there really isn't an option.
Yeah, well, for me, I mean that's kind of where my politics are. Is I'd rather try to work towards developing society in a way where people don't have to feel the need to
I
go
would
after one
fucking
another.
love that.
Okay, but Skeet, but have
I-
you considered axe?
I
Consider it a safety hatch.
Yeah.
I actually have,
Right by the front door.
and I would like to buy a sword. I'm not gonna lie, an actual
Yeah.
real sword that's not a fucking wall hanger.
I mean, I'm a total gun noob, so I don't know exactly, but I mean, I think that there's a delta between, say, a 9mm or something like, I don't know, if you have somebody walking around with like a 50 cal.
Okay, so
or
it depends.
whatever.
I can explain that for Minecraft. It depends
Yeah.
a lot on the bullet design. You can have like something like a jacketed hollow point versus a full metal jacket. It depends on velocity. You can, I mean, a longer barrel generally is going to give you more velocity, more time for the propellant gases to do their mechanical work on the bullet. You have distance and where it hits, obviously, and things like that. Even twist rate can have an effect, but
I think he's mainly referencing calibers, though. Like,
well, yeah, but that's the thing.
Okay.
It depends. Like you can have a 9mm rifle, like
Oh,
specifically
yeah.
9mm. There's a Rusky 9mm bullet that's basically like 300 blackout. It's a powerful cartridge.
Yeah.
It's like 7.62 by 39 next to 9mm basically.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, there's some like
aim.
I mean, like, for example, there was like when they shot Ronald Reagan, whatever they shot him with, he didn't even realize he was shot until someone pointed it out, kind of thing. Like,
I think
Oh,
it was
yeah,
a 30th
and-
special.
but that's
Or
also
wait,
because he
was
had
it?
brainworms.
I know my dad responded to, and I'm doxing myself a little bit, but I know my dad responded to a dude who had been shot 6 times with a 25 ACP, and they were all surface level impacts. The dude was really hurting, but none of them were even close to fatal. But yeah, there was like an argument at a gas pump or something, and the dude just popped him 6 times with a little like
He should have shot the gas
Like a
pump.
little
like
Beretta
GTA.
tip up.
But it's like what is it? 50 Cent. The myth that he perpetrates is that he's been shot like a ton of times or whatever, and he's like, oh, he is where he is. He's the big swole gorilla dude who doesn't give a shit. But
yeah. Well, it depends on where you're hit. There are
yeah,
people that have been shot with pretty significant cartridges, and if you don't get a good hit on target, it doesn't. That's one of the things with the caliber wars, where people talk about 9mm versus 45 all the time. There are very few cases where a 9mm wouldn't do this somewhere, but in the exact same spot, in the exact same situation, a 45 would. So
yeah.
I'm kind of averse to that kind of thing. It's all about shot placement.
Oh yeah.
Ideally, obviously, but in my opinion,
that's why I said
more
I'd
so.
rather be shot. It's like, yeah, being shot in a place and being stabbed in a place. Like, I think worse than both of them, I wouldn't want to be shot or stabbed in the head.
Yeah.
But like anywhere else, I'd probably would much rather take the impact of bullet. Like if it's in the leg, like I don't know. I think again.
Also,
it's all the roll of the die there.
If you get a jacketed hollow point, that just fucking tears open your femoral. You're gonna have a very bad last 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh! It's the imposter
Legion.
ghost face.
But yeah, check out that video. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to keep
I
you.
got
I know
it.
you
I
need to
got
go
it
to.
queued up. No,
Yeah.
it's whatever. Work is work. I'll go to work. Whatever.
Well, fair enough. But yeah, check it out.
I was
It's
checking.
very
to make sure
interesting.
that none of the late time zoners noticed any or were messaging me, so it was kind of good that I stayed up.
Oh, okay. Also,
'Cause,
so that gun isn't like what I would really consider a real gun. Like it wasn't made by a company, you know. But just when you watch that, I want you to think about
Dragging me.
the PPS. Oh fuck, I'm typing on the wrong keyboard. God damn it. I want you to think about the PPS 43, which is basically a real fucking company made this. It was the Russians made this, but it's
Soviets.
about as crude.
They were
So-
literally turning them out of Stalingrad while
Yeah,
it was
and then like
being-
having them walk down a couple blocks and fight with it to test it out. So when you watch the Ludi gun, I want you to think about that and then watch the PPS 43, which is a real gun. That one that you're looking at in that video is worth about 25 grand, just because it's a registered machine gun. But just think about the crudeness of this firearm and like manufactured crudeness, and
Yeah.
just think about how simple. Of course, rifling a real barrel isn't something the average person can do without a lathe or a really nice press.
Yeah.
Or something. Although I did watch a guy with like a $50 press do bullet rifling on a video on YouTube, and it worked. But
You mean button?
yeah, button rifling. It's where you take like a carbide button and like basically jam it down the barrel, and it cuts a rifling pattern into the steel.
Okay.
It's usually they do like rifling now. I think is the like standard practice, where they basically have all these anvils around a blank barrel, and it like squishes the barrel around a rod of
Mandrel.
a mandrel of the rifling, and it also like because it's squeezing the metal, it also makes the barrel longer. It's kind of interesting. It's like high-tech Play-Doh basically, but with metal. Anyway, yeah, I thought you'd think that was interesting from the very least technical standpoint.
No, I mean I'm a tinkerer at heart, so I'm all about like understanding how these things work. So
It's just I think it's really fascinating to people how simple some of this can be. Like you see
yeah, on
MP5
paper,
and you're like,
I mean, yeah.
you see an MP5 and you're like, I couldn't fucking make that. It's fucking welded, uber high-tech stamped bullshit. It took the fucking Russians and Germans forever to figure that shit out. I couldn't do that in my shop. And then you look at, the little Ludi gun or the PPS 43, and you're like, well, maybe.
Yeah, I mean it's like the fundamentals of it is the fact that if you look at like what it took to make like a cannon back in the day, like the fundamentals are really simple.
Fuck.
I mean,
In fact,
I've
I
heard
watched a
the-
guy make a cannon. He did
Yeah, I saw that too.
I've heard the argument. Oh, let's not let people have dangerous weapons. Like, yeah, the Second Amendment, that people were allowed to own like ships with cannons, which is the equivalent of owning artillery today. Like the founding
yeah.
fathers would have said, "Yeah, dude, if you can afford it, you can own a tank." Like, because it's in theory because you're protected by the
Yeah.
Constitution,
Well, you
and
can-
therefore like we'll ask for your help when the time comes, kind of thing, or you're using it to exercise your freedom.
I mean, you can own a tank now, like with
Yep.
an active
Well,
gun.
Arnold-
it just
Arnold
has to
owns
be
one.
a registered destructive device.
Destructive device, yeah.
Yeah.
But Wings was making this argument of, oh, you can't own a tank, so but in his chat, I'm like, literally, you can with an active gun too, like.
Yeah.
Yep, with a real gun that's not
Yeah, I
a
mean-
welded breech.
And if you're a constitutionalist, you want to go by the founding fathers. They were totally fine with giving letters of marque to people for like doing ships and doing like
Oh yeah,
effectively state-sanctioned piracy. And stuff.
yeah.
Copper's expensive.
Copper's expensive, but they did make guns out of copper
Oh
for a
my
long
god.
time because they could pour it pretty easily. In fact, gunmetal used to be a copper alloy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see, like Maxim guns, the feeding trays were complicated, so they would cast them, and they were made out of brass or bronze. I don't remember which.
Mm-hmm.
And the
nowadays,
pistol grips and some other stuff. The jacket, I think, as well.
yeah, because nowadays, at least in the U.S., copper is prized for its usage in like wiring and stuff like that. So that's
Well, I
where
mean,
its
it's not
value
that
is.
expensive if you're just like taking a block out of it. That's only like,
Yeah.
I don't know, $15 or something, maybe less. But yeah, it's heavier than aluminum, and it doesn't need. You're not making something that requires the chamber pressure of, say, an AR-15, which would be like 55,000 psi, or a 9mm, which would be like 35,000 psi.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't use it for that. You'd use steel. Steel's just better. You'd use that. So if it doesn't need to contain chamber pressure, all it needs is to hold parts in the right place. Aluminum works and it's light. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And extremely easy to work with.
Yeah,
Cheap,
yeah.
Just
I mean, it's a little
there's-
gummy on machine tools, but if you know what you're doing, you can work with it.
I mean, but same with brass. I mean,
yeah, the thing is
brass
yeah,
is
copper's
actually
just
more
kinda
of a
hard
pain
to
in the ass.
machine. Yeah, that's the only thing is it's more like the machine time and like the expertise and the tooling for it because it's gummy. It wants to. What I mean by gummy, in case you don't know Minecraft or anyone else, it wants to bite. The tool wants to self-feed into the material, and you
Mhm.
don't necessarily want that. Maybe you're only drilling a pocket to like half an inch exactly, and if it wants
and
to
it wants to pull
self-feed and
more.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
keep drilling in, like it's hard. It's just hard to deal with it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a gummy metal. It's not like steel that just takes a chip and then that's it. Once you stop, having feed pressure in.
Well, that's because when you start doing the steel refinement, it starts to form like carbon crystal.
Quartzite?
It effectively has like the crystals and stuff inside of it that make it a harder material.
Yeah, it's
Like
like,
in
a
my
white
foot?
site and something
Yeah.
else.
Did you watch? I
Fuck.
saw this video. I saw this video of this guy. What is it? Cryo tempering. His.
Oh yeah, no, applied
Yeah.
science.
Yeah, applied science is pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I fucking love
Yeah.
that dude. He's great. I love he's such a fucking nerd. I love when he
Mhm.
signs up.
I'm
He's just
coming for
going
you.
like, okay, bye. Like,
Yeah.
I love the ends of his videos. It's great.
I love his video where he went through the complicated process of making astronaut ice cream.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good too. Yeah, no, all his
Yeah.
videos are really down to earth.
Yeah.
Except for the magnetic flux one. He tried to break it down, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not taking a test. I'm not doing this.
But yeah, the thing about steel is that
fuck,
it's that
fuck,
hardness,
fuck.
it's that hardness brittleness thing. So
Fuck.
the thing is, if it's brittle, it actually makes it kind of beneficial to work with in the fact that you take pieces out of it instead of it.
Yeah, you
kind
can
of
take a
coming
nice
out
chip out of
smooth.
it up to
Yeah.
a point, and then it dulls your cutting piece a lot.
That's why
It's all a
God made
trade-off.
tungsten car slide or whatever. Or how
Yeah.
does
Mm,
AV?
yeah.
Hunt-stained tongue slide, I think.
Yeah,
it is.
there we go.
Speaking of expensive metals,
Oh, you look at that.
Yep.
What?
Nice.
Are you linking
no,
something?
I was saying that because you were talking about tungsten.
Oh yeah.
Thanks Edison for killing the world's supply of tungsten.
Wait, what? What happened?
Because
The
tungsten
light
was
bulbs.
used for filaments
Yeah.
and incandescent light
Oh,
bulbs.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't make the connection. The light bulb didn't go off, you might say.
Nah.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
that's
fuck,
the
he's
reason
still
they
on
used
me.
tungsten, and then you had the
Yeah, it's like
fluorescent.
6,400 degrees Fahrenheit or some shit. It's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
And then and they switched over to try to use the gas-based lights, which had their own problems, and then they were the mini fluorescent lights, which are dumb, and I hate them.
No, I fucking hate them too.
LEDs are pretty good, but they're not perfect.
They're getting really fucking good, man. They're getting.
No, they're getting really good, but it's just kind of how they works. Like, for example, I think like it's noticeable if you're doing the if you're doing slow-mo footage, you'll notice it. They do flicker,
Pulse
but they
width
flicker.
Well, that's the power supply.
Yeah, if you get it, I forgot what it is, but it's something that's not pulse width modulation, and
It's
it
a
won't
switching
pulse
power
like that.
supply.
There's a video by Technology Connections where he also talks about how it can augment color perception.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
even if you have like white LED, it might not equate to what an incandescence light, or even if it's something that from an LED looks like an incandescent light bulb's color, it wouldn't reproduce color in the same way that you would perceive it.
Yeah, dude, when I was in flashlights for a while, there is such a like autistic fascination with perfect color temperature LEDs. It is.
I mean that matters to most people for things like that would matter, I think, mostly if you're really doing film and guess and stuff. Or
Yeah,
but
trying to.
other people like trying to get it like almost exactly perfect for their carry light. Like no joke, it's like, dude, you're trying to find your keys in a gutter. Like what? What are you doing with your flashlight? Are you trying to film a movie?
I do hate the,
making a statue of yourself out of tungsten and throwing it into the sun sounds like something Elon Musk would do.
You're not
Assuming
wrong.
he hasn't already.
He put that inside the Tesla he launched.
No, he'd use it as a rod from God on someone.
That was the thing that kind of pissed me off, was the whole being cheeky and launching a Tesla on a rocket into space. And it's like, yeah, you did that, but the original test, a block of concrete would have been sufficient. I think it would have been less cost.
Well, that's just he's such a fucking like meme CEO that it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, that totally makes sense that he would do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
Elon Musk story.
He wants to be Iron Man, but he doesn't have the brain of Iron Man.
Yeah, and his Hyperloop shit makes me.
Oh, yeah,
Hyperloop is a fucking like travesty, and I'm pissed off that the governor
it's so
of my
fucking
state gave him
retarded.
land.
It's so many people are buying it, and I don't understand.
Yeah. No, not to mention that he also wanted to put fucking air thrusters on Teslas. Like,
yeah.
It's like,
And
are you fucking serious,
They asked
dude?
like how it was viable, and he's just like, oh yeah, like a pulsed air, whatever the fuck, and people are just like, oh yeah, that sounds very smart, yeah.
No, it's literally retarded. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like as inefficient as a propulsion system can get.
It works in space because you don't need shit for energy. Like, when you have to carry around the weight and...
Calm down, butthead. But it's like, yeah, the Hyperloop thing is just the fact that, like, he didn't even technically come up with the idea. It was, I think, originally patented in the 50s.
Well, I think they've been talking about it even longer than that. Yeah,
it was patented a really long time ago, and they realized that it was not like efficient at all, and it wouldn't be like a good idea at all. Back then they were like, this is a terrible, inefficient idea.
Not only that, but you get some fucking asshole with a Mark 211 Rofus punching a hole in their literal like hundreds of mile vacuum tube, and then the Air Force crushes everyone inside.
Yeah,
with a massive pressure wave.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, are you going to have a massive, super protected, like, you can't protect that entire area. If I wanted to do something, I would attack that. Like, that's so retarded. Unless it was actually buried. Unless the whole thing was buried.
Which
And
was,
even then, that would be a colossal undertaking.
I loved
Well,
how he
part-
said
part
it'd
of
be
it-
less expensive than normal tunneling.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that
he
was
built- he
completely
built-
retarded.
he quote unquote built like so much of his shit is built on his tunneling hardware that he developed. Like he has the Hyperloop, he has the Boring Company, which
Yep.
I thought that was a joke when I first heard the name of the company, and I'm like, wait, you're
I thought
serious?
it was a tiny bit clever, and I was like, oh, but yeah, the way he cheated on that shit was so fucking retarded.
Oh yeah, he was buying little pieces of land and working on them at a time, and then at the end, like the local government stepped in and they're like, "No, we know what you're doing. You need a fucking permit. Like, don't try to."
Oh, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about
Oh.
how like he was comparing the literal like $10 million hole he dug to like $1 billion with like channels for electrical outlets and passageways for people to work on the thing. Like he was comparing just a fucking hole to like an underground road and saying he
And
did it way
all the
cheaper.
infrastructure and
It's
all
like,
the
dude,
costs
no, you
included.
fucking did it. You did it exactly the same price everyone else does it. You didn't create a fucking order of magnitude cheaper solution. You're retarded. If you did that, you would have like a fucking 0 point energy Stargate energy device or some shit. Like, there's no way you could just make it that much more efficient without creating some new technology no one has ever thought of before.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so many ways you can dig a fucking hole.
Yeah.
I prefer to dig with my penne, but
Well, that's why you haven't gotten very far.
Gout 'em.
I don't think a pen is an efficient digging tool, anyways.
Wait, what?
What?
Remember when he was selling a flamethrower?
Yeah.
No? What?
Yeah,
And
you
he
didn't
sold
see
a
that?
flamethrower that was Boring Company branded, and it ended up being a giant Zippo lighter. Like it didn't throw
pretty
flames;
much-
it just had a little baby flame that came out. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is cool."
You
And
never
it was like
saw that?
$400 or whatever.
What?
And the funny thing is about a flamethrower. Fucking legal in 48 states.
Yeah, no, for a real big dick flamethrower, napalm, like, don't
Yeah,
matter.
perfectly
like,
legal. Because you can use it for like control, like land control.
Yeah,
and
land
shit.
control
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah, no,
where
there's
you're,
quite a few uses for it.
I know. I'm in the state which it's banned in.
Oh, nice.
wow.
Shoutouts.
I really
I don't have any intention of owning a flamethrower, but I just wanted to know that.
Oh,
But it's like he hyped up this flamethrower. Everyone was like memeing out, "Oh man, he's got this flamethrower.
Holy
It's gonna be really
Jesus,
cool."
what?
And then he shows it, and everyone's like, "That's it? That's your fucking flamethrower?"
whole,
Where I need a picture of this. Hold on. Let me,
Yeah,
Oh
look
yeah,
it
the
up.
Starlink. Starlink is him trying to make like satellite internet a thing.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he's
Yeah.
trying. Elon Musk is trying to say that it's gonna be better than like fiber optic.
These guys are
Yeah,
winning the
good
league.
fucking luck with that. Okay,
Oh.
so
Eh,
what,
well,
Tesla or is
too
it
late on that.
Tesla branded?
No, it's the
SpaceX.
Boring
It's
Company.
SpaceX. Or what? The flamethrower? Flamethrower.
Yeah.
is,
Yeah,
Boring
yeah.
Company.
Boring Company. Oh, first thing is
Yeah.
flamethrower.
Oh, for me, the first thing was stock.
Oh, well, that was the second one for me. But after
Yeah.
that, and then a couple links down, it was not a flamethrower.
I like the fucking video that they show is a person shooting the flamethrower at another person.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah, when you look at it, it's fucking nothing. Like he hypes it
Yeah,
up.
no,
and
that's
then,
barely above like a hairspray in front of a lighter.
Yeah,
Like real flamethrowers
I
go
still-
like
I
30
still
yards. They're
wouldn't-
insane.
I still wouldn't trust buying that from Elon Musk.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This is like an actual like cartoon villain kind of shit. Like
Yeah.
the
He's
just
like,
random stuff he does that's inexplainable is like there would be a secondary storyline of him just doing this shit to divert people's attention away from his like satellite program to take over the world or some shit. Like
He's Hank Scorpio from The Simpsons.
I don't watch the I'm not
Oh,
trust.
there was an episode of The Simpsons where Homer Simpson like Homer Simpson and his family moved to a neighborhood or whatever. Or something, and Homer becomes really good friends with Hank Scorpio, who's an evil genius.
Oh, daily reminder that Elon Musk's dad killed some POCs in South Africa and got away with it.
Elon Musk technically unofficially disowned his dad because they're on
Well-
bad terms or whatever. But on the other hand, I thought it was funny that Elon Musk talks about a story of, oh, I came to the U.S. with nothing but $2,000 and look where I am. It's like, you also had your
No.
family's name and you had social connections, which is why like people on PayPal even gave a shit about you.
Yeah.
And when he described like, oh, when I was a kid, I was able to just walk around the streets with jewels in my pocket and sell them at any jewelry store, and
What the
that was my
fuck?
allowance. Because his family was were apartheid profiteers.
Megabucks.
Oh, okay, all right, that makes a lot.
Yeah,
of
they ran the jewel mines in South Africa.
But his dad, like some native peoples or whatever you'd like to say, broke into their house and he greased them, and pretty much there was nothing to it. Like since it was apartheid, they're just like, yeah, GG,
Oh.
you know, whatever.
I mean, honestly, if that happened, yeah, like unless there's more information, that seems pretty cut and dry. Don't break into my house.
I don't know. It's just one of those things where. That I
Oh yeah,
wasn't
no,
aware
that's
of.
definitely one of those like you didn't know.
No,
kind
but
of
he was also a
things.
piece of shit person, like in general. Like
Oh yeah, no,
there's-
Elon Musk's
well,
dad is a huge piece of
I
shit.
gathered that from the other information.
But
The
yeah,
apartheid
the-
war profiteers selling jewels. That almost certainly is not a great dude.
Mm-hmm. And I
Please
think
don't
I
sue
think
me.
I think like people were talking about how he was dating a woman younger than Elon,
Whoa.
which is just a little creepy.
Ah, fuck.
yeah, you don't say.
Yeah, Errol Musk.
Oh, I got protection points for some reason.
I do like how you control Elon Musk by if you tweet him a picture of what his hairline used to look like.
Oh. Oh no.
Because there's
Does
this old
he
picture.
block you like DSP?
Yeah, he blocks you. Because it's very evident that he got like hair plugs and shit. Like he's not like the Chad Bezos who just shaves his head or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he went and he got plugs and stuff because he very much takes this stuff seriously.
Yeah. Well.
But
Yeah.
there
I
was
mean,
that-
if you
there
can
was that
afford
time,
him, more power to you. But
Yeah.
don't be
yeah.
fucking self-conscious about it. Like, fucking man up. Like,
Like you should just say fuck you. I've got the money. I'll do it.
yeah. Like, what does it matter to you? Like, you have problems with your fucking hair? Is that like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like no, there's this funny thing that happened with Elon Musk. I think it was he's dating or was dating Grimes. I don't remember
Rick
what their
Grimes?
status is. Grimes the musician.
Wait.
No, Grimes, the cop from that one show.
But I don't know if they're
With this
still
cold
dating.
python.
It looks like apparently they're still dating. At one point, I think it was some other singer, Azalea Banks or something, was on Instagram saying, or it was one of the Azaleas. I don't remember.
Iggy?
One of
Azalea?
maybe it was either that or Azalea Banks, but
I
she was on
fucking hate
Instagram.
Iggy.
They're both
Post-
bad.
She was posting shitloads of pictures talking about how Elon Musk was trying to get her into a threesome and stuff, and acting like super fucking pathetic about the whole thing and just being like a big baby about it.
I feel like that's
Aw.
Azalea Banks.
Dude, you're a fucking Elon. Just find a super hot chick that doesn't have a fuckload of notoriety.
But you're friends with my girlfriend. You should fuck with me.
Ah!
Fuck you.
I
I can't
stunned
argue
you,
with
but
that
you
logic.
got me? Fuck you.
Yeah, this game, this Leatherface is really just doesn't like us.
Oh yeah, it was
that
Azalea
was
Banks.
bullshit.
I fucking.
Dude, he kicked through that barricade so fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
he's got his chainsaw.
No,
Well,
he
he just-
kicked it. No, he
Yeah, he
didn't
just
Oh, he
went
kicked
chainsaw
it?
boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Kicked
think
it
it's
twice.
Brutal Strength.
Yeah, he just kicked it twice and it was down. Just boom, boom. and
Brutal
it was
Strength allows
even the
us
animation
to,
was
break
fast.
pallets quick.
He like
Oh
hit-
yeah, the other thing that happened was she was talking about the fact that she was at Elon's house and talking about how he was tweeting while on acid.
Oh.
which also may or may not have hurt his companies quite a bit.
Yeah, there've been a couple of times where he's done shit like that, and it's like, yeah,
Like when
tweeted
he's
a bunch of
talking about,
retarded shit, and
he was like, "I'm gonna take the company private and make the stock 420."
Yeah. Well,
what?
yeah, you
Dude,
did.
you
How do
can't
you not
say
know
shit like
this
that. What?
lore?
Yeah, they there were people who were ready to like do an investigation, and people were like investors were like, "Elon, stop, please stop."
Yeah, dude, what? This guy's a fucking meme. Holy shit.
Yeah, there were moves to try and unseat him just to get him
Yeah.
out of that like leadership role in his company.
Well, with SpaceX, the government was investigating his classification to take it away after he toked up on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh.
you know, they don't take kindly to that. You know,
Yeah, but it's okay because
drugs,
he's
even
white.
if they're legal in the state you're in, still federal classifications. You know,
But it's okay because he's white.
Wow.
No,
And
if he
billionaire
wasn't either of those, they'd probably have just taken it away from him already. No questions asked.
but if he would have got his classification, I don't think he did. But if it would have gotten taken away, that would
Yeah, he would have been ousted from that position just
in a hurry.
as just a matter of course.
I also
The
like
fact that that guy has a classification in the first place
Yeah,
amazes
from all the
me.
retarded shit he does is oof.
It was like there's the Consumer Reports when they reviewed the Tesla, the Model 3 or whatever,
Yeah.
and they were complaining about how the brakes suck on it, and he was talking about, no guys, you're wrong, here's why, and he talks about how he could over the air patch the brakes to work better, and my first thought is, no, this should not be a thing in car. Fuck you.
Why? What?
Yeah, and then they said, yeah, the brakes work better now that they've patched them over the air.
That is,
no.
dude, that is fucking. That should be a
Okay.
mechanical system completely. Like,
Okay, it may have more aggressive regenerative braking, and that helps with the braking, but not the physical braking system.
yeah,
Like,
you would
fuck
think that
you.
they would have tested that and realized like the amount of brake force would affect like brake life. So that's kind of like overclocking. I would think that if you just make it brake harder, it would wear more, right? Like if it wasn't engineered.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
the
even
other thing is
like
in this
the
one,
brake lines are gonna take more wear. The calipers, the seals, everything. You know, you can't just.
Like they had it at that amount of braking for a reason. I assume it was tested like that, and they assumed that was sufficient for
But
whatever.
it was out of the box. It was considered unacceptable and some of the worst brakes that they used on Consumer Reports. And his response was, "Well, we can fix that over the air." And my first response is, "How secure is that system? Because it's probably not secure enough." And B, what else can you control with this over the air shit? Because you could probably fucking like wreck somebody.
Yeah, I don't trust that at all. And there were already conspiracy theories that are pretty well founded that the CIA have used have accessed
Hastings.
the computer system in the cars to get people to swerve into trees and
Or
like
to
basically
fuck it up so
speed.
their car can't downshift and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Well,
and there were
Michael
some very-
Hastings. Like, I legit think he was killed off.
And God, what was the other thing? So this one is more of an interesting thing, but when you buy the Model 3 Tesla, there's 2 different battery sizes that you can choose from.
Yeah.
And they put the same battery in both cars, but they in software lock you from using
Which is
the-
uber gay.
What?
No, it's actually, but the thing is that people who like Teslas tell you to actually buy the smaller capacity one because it's better for the battery life.
No,
Yeah,
say
because-
that again. You broke up.
So when the people who like Teslas or the Tesla aficionados say it's better to buy the lower capacity one because it's better on the battery's health, that you don't use it, that you don't have access to all of the capacity, but
What?
you can
No,
choose to upcharge, and you can actually pay to unlock the rest of the battery. Because during Hurricane Harvey, or
Yeah,
some
they
other, maybe it was that
unlocked the
hurricane,
extra capacity.
Yeah, they said everybody who has Teslas if you're in the area for the weekend, we unlock the capacity for you.
That is a horrific practice, just on its face. But also, to lock the battery in that way, I would think would be really bad for battery balancing, and lithium batteries are very sensitive to that.
There's something to it. I don't know entirely, but I think the idea is it's the whole it doesn't discharge all the way or whatever, which you should never let the batteries do. But that's what I've heard. But yeah, you can buy the different size batteries, but it's the same batteries in the car. You just have to pay for DLC
yeah, that's
unlock
literal, actual DLC. You're unlocking features over the air. That's so, and you're having to carry that extra weight around.
Yeah.
And the extra danger of having a fucking lithium battery fire, of increased capacity.
Mm-hmm.
I would think it'd just be modular, and they just don't put as many packs in, or
you would think
whatever.
The funny thing is, despite all this,
retarded.
Despite them pretty much having a one-size-fits-all car that they can then tune in software, somehow they're one of the least. They are the least efficient car manufacturer.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, that I have some allowances for because of how new they are.
Well, they also refuse to use
whatever.
any of the systems. They're trying to run it like a software company and not a car company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which is more of a philosophical problem. But the one thing I'll give credit to for Tesla is they reopened the door on the electric car, and they more or less encouraged everybody else to make better ones immediately.
Yeah, no, I would give them massive props for that. There really wasn't a car in that class, at least to my knowledge.
They were always teasing it, but they never got to it.
There was a thing that was almost done. Where you got hit by, Dave.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give them massive props. They really stuck their neck out in that way, and
but I would
had
never
a lot of
buy
faith
a
in
Tesla,
them.
personally.
Well, me either. Unless I was Boogie, and then I'd probably buy 2.
Yeah, I have a coworker who has one, and he's kind of the whole smell his own farts kind of person. So
You said he can't even charge it at home, right?
Yeah, I don't think he has at his apartment complex any charges or anything. Like, I think he has to go to a thing across the way from him and go to a fast charger. Which they also say.
You buy a $100,000 car, but you won't.
No, the Model 3 is like, isn't that one like 30 or 40?
I think that's
know.
what they say for the I don't think they've ever gotten.
I
down to that
bet
price.
that's the base. Like you have.
Yeah, that's the
zero
base.
Options,
You have to. You
no
have to...
fucking power windows. Kill yourself version.
So the funny thing is that
I don't think they actually
marketing...
met that price goal though. I don't think it's ever.
No,
gotten...
they don't. They're not fulfilling anybody who's paid for that or opted for that. They're not fulfilling those orders yet. They're at the bottom of the queue. It's the people who pay for more that are getting their cars faster. And there's still a really long list.
Well, shoutouts to Boogie getting his car.
But the funny thing is in the marketing
Boogie,
for it,
you can't not afford this.
in the marketing for the car, it has pleather seats, but they sell it as vegan leather.
What?
That's actually what they call it officially.
That's genius in its retardation. Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, vegan leather. Why has no one thought of that? Holy fuck, that's amazing.
It's like what I would love to come up with is cruelty-free leather, where they surgically remove the skin off the cow.
Oh no.
It was like it's like the Arrested Development bit where it's like Michael was asking Lindsay, it's like, what do you think they surgically take the skin off the animal when they make those things?
Oh, he's on me.
Yeah, because I think she specifically said it was cruelty-free, like purse or whatever. It's like, yeah,
He's
like instead of saying, yeah, your car seats are plastic, it's like, no, it's vegan.
Well, I'm fucked.
Vegan leather. That's amazing.
He's gonna be after you in a hurry.
That made my night, honestly. Yeah. That's hilarious.
No.
Fucking vegan leather, this dude.
Don't you do it?
The car's also got a fart app in it.
What?
So the idea is it's an app where you can actually tell it to make it sound like somebody in a certain chair farted.
What?
I was gonna say, does it like turn up the fucking like the ventilation for a few minutes because you farted?
Yeah.
No. It makes it sound like one of the passengers farted.
See, I was thinking it was less retarded than that.
Like I remember Elon Musk was saying like, hey, what games should we put in the car? And I love the top response was somebody saying the game you should put in is a screen that just says, "Hey, dickhead, look at the road."
That was bullshit.
Because they put Cuphead in the Tesla.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Cuphead.
Yeah.
The game.
That's pretty
Well,
cool.
I know the game.
Oh, okay.
I had kind of a thing in my vehicle. I could mess with people, at least with the front too.
Mhm.
I have a really efficient heater, and it was easy to bump or easy to press the thing. So I'd be driving with my good friend,
Good
my best
shit.
friend, and I'd go and press over the button casually, and like your ass would be on fire in about a minute. It got really fucking hot, especially in the south here. There's like 30 days of the year that is relevant at all. But
Yeah.
yeah, in the summer you make it gets fucking hot too really fast. It actually
Yeah.
feels good on your back if your back hurts. But yeah, it was really funny to kind of activate that slyly, and you'll see people like look around like, what the why?
Is this a
Oh, the
niacin
fucking heater,
flush?
like, fuck? Yeah, it gets really hot really quickly, especially here. But yeah, and you can activate either the bottom, the back, like separately, like the where you sit or where you lean.
Oh shit! Go 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 go!
It wasn't me, but
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
I-
watching. I was watching your puppy try to get out.
yeah, okay, yeah. I was just making sure he didn't think it was.
All right, cool. No, you got out, right?
No, I
no,
died.
you got
no.
ripped.
No, I
Yeah.
watched you watch the other people.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna head off to bed now.
Yeah,
So-
you
Yeah,
have
I
a
think
good
I
one.
easy,
might
man.
do
Bummer.
the same.
Good
Appreciate
talking to
you
you.
hanging out.
No, it
Yeah.
was fun.
So,
Yeah, take it easy, man.
goodbye to everyone, I suppose. Take it easy,
Yeah,
Minecraft.
Good
that's
night.
it.
Oh,
Alright, yeah, take it
Ribbon
easy,
time.
Minecraft. Appreciate you coming out.
bye,
Yeah,
Minecraft.
have a good one.